bring you the following TV 38 sports presentation.
On Wednesday night, the Bruins and Canadiens clashed at the Boston Garden in the dramatic 7th game of the Adams Division Final. And Cam Neely's blue line blast early in the third period proved to be the game winner.
Drive, scores! Cam Neely from the neutral zone! A heavy blast! Gets a power play goal to make it 2-0!
The victory propelled the Bees into the Wales Conference Final for the third time in 4 years, and Neely sees no reason to rest.
I prefer to play. I mean, I would, it was nice to get the series over with quick, but now that we're playing, you might as well keep on rolling.
Rolling is something that the Pittsburgh Penguins weren't doing last year in May, when they failed to make the playoffs due largely to Mario Lemieux's back injury, which sidelined him for 21 games. This season, however, the Pens topped the Patrick division and have proven they are not just a one-man band. Powered by the league's second most potent offensive attack, Pittsburgh is playing in its first ever conference final with a wide-open style and some unknowns who could become household names in Boston over the next week and a half. As the only team in the league to score 300 goals and give up 300 goals, the emphasis for Bob Johnson's club is definitely offense, and leading the way is sophomore star Mark Recchi. Recchi finished 4th in the league scoring derby with 113 points and has continued his superb play in the playoffs, currently leading postseason performers with 21 points. Two other integral weapons in the Pittsburgh attack are flashy rookie center Jaromir Jagr and big burly Boston College product Kevin Stevens, who banged home 40 goals and 86 points for the Pens. The key for the Steel City Skaters may lie in goal, however, as Tom Barrasso has reemerged as a dominant goaltender in the playoffs after a subpar regular season. The Acton-Boxborough product has the best goals against average in the playoffs, giving up less than 2.5 goals a game. Tonight, it's a classic battle of Pittsburgh's offense versus Boston's defense. The Penguins and the Bruins face off in Game 1 of the Wales Conference Finals. It's a sold-out Boston Garden as the NHL's version of the Final Four is about to begin, with the Bruins hosting the Pittsburgh Penguins in Game 1 of the Wales Conference Final. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Boston Bruins Playoff Hockey on TV 38. I'm Gene Levanchi. We were mentioning that the Pittsburgh Penguins have a high-powered offense, but one man who makes that high-powered offense tick is not in the lineup tonight. Paul Coffey is out of action. He'll be on the sidelines with a broken jaw. Now, if the three meetings between the Bruins and the Penguins during the course of this past year are any indication of what lies ahead, you better strap yourself in for a long series. For during the course of the regular season, each team had a win, each team had a loss, and each team had a tie. And even though the two teams only played a trio of games this season, the Pittsburgh Penguins are actually a pretty familiar bunch. No less than 7 members of the team hail from or played college hockey in the Bay State. Fred and Derek will have much more on that coming up in just a moment. And we'll chat with a member of that group during our second intermission, former Boston College star Kevin Stevens. In a moment, we'll set it upstairs and join Fred Cusick and Derek Sanderson for their thoughts on tonight's matchup, plus the gall of tonight's game. The mood is electric, and they're still filing into the Boston Garden as the opening face-off of the Wales Conference Final is rapidly approaching. TV 38 Sports presents Boston Bruins Hockey, brought to you in part by Baybank, introducing the card with new Express Check. Now you can shop by check without writing a check. By Delta Airlines, we love to fly, and it shows. By Budweiser, Beechwood age for that clean, crisp taste, this Bud's for you. By your local New England Volkswagen dealer, well, you'll find Farfignugan. It's what makes a car a Volkswagen. By the Harvard Community Health Plan, the plan for life. And by New England Telephone. We're the one for you, New England. New England Telephone.
Hi, everybody, and back at Boston Garden. Certainly, as Gene Levanchi outlined, a potent offense of this Pittsburgh team.
There's no doubt about that. This is the one game the Penguins want to really steal. The Bruins are really going to be, hard-pressed tonight. You got Kevin Stevens to start the lineup off. He's a powerhouse, a Cam Neely type player. He's got everything going for him. You got Mark Recchi. He's always the threat. He's second year in the league. Led his team in scoring. Jaromir Jagr. He's a future superstar, and there's no doubt about the moves. You leave him alone. Jagr has the ability to beat you himself. Joey Mullen, always dangerous. He's very fancy, extremely effective, and a veteran of playoff competition. The Penguins could score goals.
And up to this point, you haven't even talked about Mario Lemieux.
That's scary, isn't it? You got Mario Lemieux out there as well as those guys. The Bruins are fortunate. Paul Coffey. Here's Mario Lemieux's first goal against the Bruins as a rookie. So he's been doing that for quite a while. Gets the puck there, but he only gets record goals and assists now.
Well, what about Checky Mario Lemieux? There's some indication maybe Mike Milbury would assign a Sweeney or a Poulin on.
Well, Bob Sweeney certainly has the size and the speed. Mario Lemieux is going to definitely deserve some kind of attention. But Dave Poulin has played against him on a great deal when he was over in Philadelphia, playoffs and otherwise. And I don't know if the philosophy is to cover him man-to-man. And Milbury may or may not. He may choose to do, just somebody out there. Make sure you watch him.
And Derek had a chance to talk with Dave Poulin about that situation.
I don't really think it's a case of stopping him. Individually, he's going to do what he's going to do. You have to try and take avenues away from him. First of all, deny him the puck, and second of all, take his passing lanes away from him. It's very, very important to pick up the third and fourth guys into their zone. I played him 2 years ago in a playoff series, and he was pretty quiet the first couple of games. I think he had 7 or 8 points in the 5th game, so he's extremely dangerous as an individual.
But offense or defense, you come down to goaltending, and Andy Moog has been outstanding. Tom Barrasso in his career for Buffalo and with Pittsburgh has not been that great against the Bruins.
Has not played his best hockey against the Boston Bruins, although, local boy, got tremendous talent. Tends goal the opposite way, catches with the right hand, and that's going to throw the Bruins for a second. But then you're going to get used to seeing Barrasso in a 7-game series. We've never faced Tommy for that length of time over a 12-15 day stretch, so it's going to be interesting to see how Barrasso holds up.
Well, the New England connection, really the Massachusetts connection, if you want to talk about it. We have on defense Peter Taglianetti. He's out of Framingham South High School. And Paul Stanton, he's not dressed for action tonight. He's out of Catholic Memorial. Then up front, you got Scott Young. He's out of St. Mark's and Boston University. And, of course, Phil Bourque, fine player in his own right out of Chelmsford.
Phil Bourque, Chelmsford, you get Stevens, and Silver Lake High School. There's just a lot of talent come out of New England in the last few years, and it's going to continue to do so. The youth around here really have the hockey bug. They have the talent. The coaching's here. The hockey schools, the hockey night in Boston's here. There's just so much for the kids to play and to learn to get things going for themselves in the New England area.
Here are the Bruins coming out on the ice. The Penguins have been out there, and you hear the applause of the fans. They're pumped up already. And then I go back to Craig Patrick, who comes from hockey's royal family. His grandfather, Lester Patrick, a great man in the tradition of the league. Lynn Patrick, former general manager of the Bruins. And so Craig grew up in Wellesley. Maybe that's the idea of the local connection, too.
Well, he's certainly one of the finest men in hockey. I think you saw the success of the New York Rangers, Craig Patrick's draft picks. Those are the ones that he saw a future in. Unfortunately, things did not work out for Craig with the Ranger organization. He is now here in Pittsburgh. First thing he did, we got Bob Johnson, a great coach, knows what he's doing. Bit of an X and O's guy, not exactly my style of coach, but he has this team very well organized, playing sound defense. And really, that is something the Pittsburgh Penguins have never done, has played consistent defense. They are so very proud of their last 3 games against Washington, where they only coughed up a goal apiece, 3 goals in those 3 games, so they got to be pretty happy with that.
Bob Johnson is concerned about the dimensions of the Boston Garden. I don't know why. It's a small rink, and everybody knows it, and there are the measurements, but he was out measuring, wondering just how wide the rink is and how long it is. And Scotty Bowman, who is also an assistant to Craig Patrick, the great former coach of the Montreal Canadiens, said Bobby Orr had no trouble in this rink.
No, he said the building was big enough for Bobby Orr. It's big enough for anybody in hockey.
Bob Johnson, as you said, likes those X's and O's. And now the fans are up, and we're set for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the members of the 1991 Patrick Division champion Pittsburgh Penguins. Number 3, Grant Jennings. Number 5, Ulf Samuelsson. Number 7, Joe Mullen. Number 8, Mark Recchi. Number 9, Ron Francis. Number 12, Bob Airy. Number 15, Randy Gillen. Number 19, Brian Trottier. Number 23, Randy Hillier. Number 24, Troy Loney. Number 25, Kevin Stevens. Number 28, Gordy Roberts. Number 29, Phil Bork. Number 32, Peter Taglianetti. Number 34, Scott Young. Number 35, Tom Barrasso. Number 40, Frank Pietrangelo. Number 55, Larry Murphy. Number 66, Mario Lemieux. Number 68, Jaromir Jagr. Head coach, Bob Johnson. Assistant coaches, Rick Keogh, Rick Patterson, Barry Smith. Penguins trainer, Skip Thayer, and the Penguins equipment manager, Steve Lattin. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pittsburgh Penguins. And now, introducing the 1991 Adams Division champion Boston Bruins. Number 1, Reggie Lemelin. Number 8, Cam Neely. Number 12, Randy Burridge. Number 14, Jeff Lazaro. Number 16, Peter Doris. Number 18, Petri Skriko. Number 19, Dave Poulin. Number 20, Bob Sweeney. Number 23, Craig Janney. Number 26, Glenn Wesley. Number 27, Dave Christian. Number 28, Gary Galley. Number 30, Chris Nyland. Number 32, Don Sweeney. Number 35, Andy Moog. Number 36, Jim Weimer. Number 38, Vladimir Ruzicka. Number 44, Ron Hoover. Number 55, Ken Hammond. Number 77, Captain Ray Bork.
And we'll be back in just a moment.
Head coach Mike Milbury.
Right now, Rennie Rancor and the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, we now invite you to rise for our national anthem. Tonight to be sung by Mr. Rene Rancourt, accompanied by organist Ron Harry.
Oh, can you see by the dawn's burning light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, Derek, I said anthems. I thought they might be singing the Massachusetts state anthem. For all the locals.
Obviously, I knew it was that, Fred. Referee for tonight's game, Andy Van Helleman. Linesman, Gordy Brosker, Kevin Collins. Kevin Collins, as you remember, the linesman that called those 4 too many men on the ice penalties. One game. Tom Barrasso is going to get the nod for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Played extremely well his last couple of outings. His goals against down to 2.46. Best in the playoffs. 92.5% save percentage. That is terrific. Andy Moog at 91%. 8-5 and a 256 goals against. Also in the hunt for the Conn Smythe Trophy winner. Mike Milbury, your coach of the Boston Bruins, along with his staff, and a magnificent job to get the club this far. Tried had a few little tricks, get the team focused, and this is the game, I think, that will be the most difficult for the Bruins. Come off that high, little letdown. There's Bob Johnson. Pittsburgh, I'm quite sure Bob has his team psyched to steal this one. He wants to steal this one. They've had a week layoff, a little rusty, but
Getting back to those anthems, and then I'll forget.
I know you're.
I wouldn't want to hear old Massachusetts, given the state of the economy now.
This is true. not exactly an upbeat note there.
The draw is into the Boston end. Lemieux is out there, and he has Phil Bourque on the left. Ray Bourque trying to move it. Back foot Larry Murphy, chased by Burridge, trying to keep it in. Wesley knocks it in, but Bourque starts it back out. The shot is deflected into the stands from center ice as Wesley got a piece of that.
One thing the Bruins have going for them, not only Andy Moog, they had a battle. I mean, a battle with the Montreal Canadiens. So their timing should be there. However, just a little letdown can be disastrous. If the Penguins pick it up, start to move the puck at will, the Bruins may start to run around. I think that's what they're going to have to defend against. I think what you want is a good, robust first period.
The line is Bob Sweeney, Duras on the right, Burridge on the left. That would be a checking line against the big guns here. And Ray Bourque moves it up to Randy Burridge on the attack, looking for Bob Sweeney. It rolls in, and Barrasso covers it as Duras cut right near him, and the faceoff will be in the Pittsburgh zone. The big line has Recchi at right wing, Lemieux at center, and Phil Bourque at left wing.
Mario Lemieux, his back is pain-free, feeling better. Watch what Bob Sweeney does. Doesn't chase the puck. What he'd normally do is, hey, Mario, looks like you and I, guy. Whatever you want to do, I'll be with you. I remember they did that in the playoffs to Bobby Orr. They had Roberts, Jimmy Roberts, follow him. Bobby just stood inside the blue line, kept him offside all night.
And it is Neely muscled down on the play on the faceoff by Ron Francis. And the puck is over the line. Mullen to Samuelson. And a save by Moog, and that was headed for the top corner. Samuelson set up by Joe Mullen. With that blast, Neely was taken down on the faceoff by Ron Francis. And now the draw in the Boston end.
Right here. Here's the loose puck. You back up off that blue line. You allow this to happen. Samuelson just unloaded that. Nice catch by Moog. Since the Penguins acquired Ron Francis, Alf Samuelson, and Grant Jennings in March 5th trade with Hartford, they are 17-7-2. Which is a pretty nice run for them. Francis
draws back to Samuelson again. The shot blocked wide in the Boston zone. And poked in deep by Taglianetti. Bruins now take it. Don Sweeney starts it out. Intercepted by Joey Mullen. Mullen gets it for Phil Bourque. Moves right in. Holds it. Elects to move behind for a shot. A scorer by Mullen. Set up by Phil Bourque. And it is 1-0 Pittsburgh.
Boston standing around. This letdown may show a little earlier than I thought. See, right here, there's a down Bruin. A nice play. And he curls the net. Now Bourque waits. Francis takes his man. Too much concentration on that. No one picking up Mullen. Kind of broke off everything.
Well, the Bruins never really got in the play. Don Sweeney was down. Then Gary Galley went down. And Phil Bourque turned the net.
There's Francis.
And a very quick score for the Pittsburgh Penguins. And they can score. Galley's pass missed by Gianni. Floats back now. And Randy Hilliard, a former Boston Bruin, breaks it out for Lemieux. Lemieux to Stevens. Stevens powering in deep. Lemieux trying to put it on net. His backhander misses. Interception now kept in for Lemieux behind the net. Trying to drop it in front. Recchi trying to get it. Recchi wheels around the zone. Pittsburgh all over the Bruins. Bob Sweeney trying to tie up Lemieux. Catches him with a high stick. Lemieux, if it's ever a 5-minute major, the Bruins will be in deep, deep trouble. It is a high stick. Bob Sweeney on Lemieux. A power play for Pittsburgh. The Penguins lead 1-0 back in a moment.
2 minutes. Well, you got to check Mario Lemieux closely, but not that closely. Bob Sweeney got the stick up a little bit. For high sticking, you're down 1-0. It's 1:44 into the game. Now they have a devastating power play. Here he is pulling it. And Mario's fighting it off with his arm. Bob trying to get some leverage on him. Just slipped up and clipped him on the lip.
On the power play, Recchi is at center. Lemieux on the right. Stevens on the left. Scott Young and Larry Murphy play the points. The draw to Wesley. Looking for Lazaro. Lazaro doesn't see it. Kept in by Murphy for Young. Young, a screen shot in. Blocked. Kept in by Stevens for Lemieux. Right back to Murphy. Murphy's shot is blocked by Lazaro, and it goes to center ice. To the Pittsburgh zone. Lazaro right on Murphy. Murphy starts it out. Up on the left wing side, Recchi drops it for Lemieux. Back in for Recchi. Recchi checked by Wesley. Gets it free. Loses it. Wesley up the boards. Lazaro shovels it out on a backhand. Power play for Pittsburgh.
I think the best idea is to kill this penalty, or all penalties for the Penguins, in their own end. You let them come out this easily, they're going to be dangerous.
Here comes Kevin Stevens, losing it, and it is cleared away by Burridge. Stevens was over the line and lost it. Young starts it. Now out on the left for Yager. Yager clears it in. Taken off the backboards and tied up by Andy Moog. Pittsburgh just doesn't have one line that can put the heat on. This is Francis with Lemieux staying out there and Yager.
When you're going to take the body on Pittsburgh, you have to be up for it. You have to want to hit, and it takes that extra emotional drive. Like a player like Gary Galley, Burridge, Lazaro, they can hit, they want to hit, but you really have to be focused. You have to pump yourself up for it. Ray Bourque is a great hitter. But when you're a little flat, you tend not to hit and tend to maybe play the puck a little bit too much. In this hockey club, you just cannot afford to do that. They move it very well. They move it quickly.
They move it back to Phil Bourque, who's playing the point. What a valuable player he is out of Chelmsford. Over now to Murphy. Murphy clears it in deep. Yager behind the net, knocked down. Bruins trying to get possession. And a hand pass by Don Sweeney, and the Bruins are able to clear it. An alert play by Don Sweeney, who is down on the ice. 35 seconds left on the Pittsburgh power play. 1-0 Pittsburgh. Joe Mullen from Phil Bourque at 1:05. Puck deflects up over the Boston line. Don Sweeney checked on the play, can't get it. But this pass is cleared away by Gary Galley, who is in good position as Ron Francis centered it. Phil Bourque winding up on the Pittsburgh power play. 15 seconds left on that power play. Gets it up to Lemieux, who taps it in deep. Yager, Bourque, Francis, Galley. Now Lemieux gets it with that big reach. Gets it away now for Yager. Broken up by Ray Bourque, who dove, gets back up, and clears it away, and the Bruins killed off the power play. At the Pittsburgh line, Yager. He's just 19 years old. Oh, he backed up on that one.
Did he ever?
Maybe he could be hit. Scott Young fires in. Moog makes the save, then covers up and gets the whistle. Pittsburgh 1, Boston nothing. Back in a moment.
Too many men. Penguins setting up here. Ray Bourque, great poke check right there. Fights it off, picks off the pass, and gets it out. Tremendous hustle by Bourque.
Too many men on the ice, and Recchi will serve the penalty called against Pittsburgh. And the Bruins get a power play. Pittsburgh 0 for 1. As a matter of fact, just one shot on that power play. Very effective. Penalty killing by Boston.
Right here is just a little checkup by Yager. There's Galley taking his man, but there's Lemieux jumping on and off the ice. Too many bodies out there for Pittsburgh. Bruins power play. Pretty good power play, too, at 23%. The Bruins must maintain the edge in the power play.
Young is out there as a penalty killer, and he's jamming things in the Boston zone, doing a great job. Now it's taken over by Ray Bourque. Young is up front with Gillen. Bourque now to Wesley. Wesley fires in. Bruins haven't had a shot on Barrasso. They let it go to Janney. Janney stick handling, moving it in. Broken up, but it's not cleared out. Stopped by Wesley at the left point. Gets it in now to Janney. Janney operates at the other point very effectively. It's passed in front from Rajicka to Neely, broken up by Pittsburgh. Cleared around, stopped by Bourque. All the way to Wesley. Wesley in deep for Janney. Janney to Neely behind the net. Right back for Wesley. Unloads. It is blocked by Gillen. He's a fine defensive player. Now it's played around the boards to Rajicka. Back for Bourque. His shot blocked. And Young able to clear it out. Territorially, not a bad job for the Bruins, but still without a shot on. 50 seconds left on the power play. Neely coming hard. Over the line. Drops it. Kept in on a big play for Janney right in front. He scores! Frank Janney with a move, and Barrasso put the backhander in. On a power play, he ties it at 1.
Well, this is an excellent example of the coaching of Bob Johnson. He had his team psyched. Take Cam Neely. Cam Neely just drew so many people. Pittsburgh took an offensive chance. 3 Bruins. Down low, Tommy Barrasso in serious trouble. An excellent third option by Craig Janney. He thought shot, he thought pass. He went back to backhand flip in a very short period of time. He ran out of options real quick. Decided to shoot it in the net himself. Good idea.
So the Bruins do effective penalty killing against the Pittsburgh power play. Then on their power play, they score. Craig Janney with the goal. Back comes Poulin. Rides it in deep. Checked on the play. Gets it free around the boards, and it is kept in by Squeako. Squeako moves it deep. Poulin is taken down by Roberts. And another power play holding on Pittsburgh. At the 6-minute mark, it is Boston 1 and Pittsburgh 1. Back in a moment.
Well, you take this penalty in comparison in the Montreal series by Gordy Roberts. Really, the hand off the stick, the leg, yeah. When you see it in the replay, it looks a little more deliberate than that. You take the trip him with the stick and hand on the shoulder. Hey, not cricket. A little. We saw that let go so often in the Montreal series that you figure, well, it may continue.
The Boston goal was Janney from Galley, and the draw now to Gillen. Gillen can't move it out. Jammed up by Wesley. Dug free by Janney, and his slow pass to Bork was broken up on a fine play by Ron Francis. 1-1 the score. Janney scoring for Boston. Joe Mullen for Pittsburgh. Bork comes out, up for Wesley. He drops it in. Ruzicka moving in. Around the boards, it's blocked by Wesley. Wesley all the way across for Bork. A shot blocked by Samuelson. Big play by Samuelson. Diving on that one.
Pittsburgh a little preoccupied with the diving around, blocking shots. That means when you have to do that, someone's out of position. Someone's made a mistake. That's a desperation play. And what Boston has done so far, Pittsburgh's trying to hit them for some unnecessary reason. A man short, trying to take the body much too.
A breakout for Pittsburgh. It is Lemieux, short-handed, cutting wide on Bork. Fires on a skate save. And a penalty coming up on Boston as Moog made a save on Mario Lemieux with a short-handed bid. Erie was taken down, and the Bruins will lose the power play chance. Wesley is going out. 54 seconds left. In 54 seconds, Pittsburgh will.
Mario Lemieux going wide here on Ray Bork. A nice outside move. That was a pass. Andy Moog kind of stopped the pass by sticking out his foot. I was mentioning earlier, Pittsburgh a little preoccupied with taking the runs at the Bruins. You don't want to take those long runs and take you out of position, especially a man short. Well, they got their first power play goal. But watch this move. There's Wesley, goes for it. He sees it, moves over. An excellent play. Wesley, a little interference there.
Wesley took Erie down, and now each team short a man. 12:58 left in the first period. 1-1 the score. And the veteran Brian Trottier out there gets the draw. Back for a high shot. Saved by Andy Moog on the shot from the point by Taglianetti. That was a threat. It is back to Samuelson again. Samuelson had to put it in front. This is Yager. Yager holding, moves it in. He's only 19 years old. And with Trottier, they keep it in. Looks like a power play here. Here's Trottier going deep on Don Sweeney, but now it's intercepted by Bob Sweeney. He's back. Coming on Taglianetti. And Murphy back for a shot by Don Sweeney. A save and a rebound lift by Bob Sweeney. And goes into the stands, and the Bruins had a real threat there. Don Sweeney's bid with each team short a man.
Brian Trottier, just a tremendous career in the National Hockey League. Has seen an awful lot of Stanley Cup play. 4 rings to his credit. There's an awful lot of experience. Right here, the play to Sweeney. Now, the rebound's going to come to Bob Sweeney. And there's what the Bruins must capitalize on. They've got to start stuffing those.
In 18 seconds, Pittsburgh will have a power play. And with that Yager out there, it looked as though they had a power play going.
I tell you what you don't want to do. You don't want to get preoccupied. Lay off him a little bit. You stand a yard away, let him do things, and let him come to you, because you start watching the puck on him, he's going to eat you alive.
Here's a 3-on-2 for Boston. To Lazaro. Lazaro burying in a backhander. It's deflected wide. A big play there by Phil Bourque. Phil Bourque set up Mullen for the first score, and Janney tied it. 1-1. Out comes Recchi. The power play in effect now for Pittsburgh. They're second. They move it into Recchi. Recchi for Murphy. Shot in front. Trickles in to Andy Moog. He covers up. 46 seconds left on this power play. Boston goal by Janney. Set up by Galley. Tied it up with a power play.
There's Kevin Stevens. Nice hockey player that man is. Not only is he very big, he's strong, he's tough, he's fast. He can put the puck in the net, make the play. He just about does it all, Fred.
Wow, the local boys have been something. He's out of Silver Lake from Pembroke. Recchi is at center. Outstanding season for him, 113 points. Recchi on the draw, and he gets it. Stops, cuts, gives it to Phil Bourque. Phil Bourque gives it to Mario Lemieux. All the way across. A quick pass in front. A score by Kevin Stevens. Beautiful passing by the Penguins on that power play. Moog never had a chance. And Stevens makes it 2-1 Pittsburgh.
This is what they do so well if you start chasing the puck. They move it quickly, and they catch you in the stride towards your check. A little late getting to the point, so they've got some movement here. There's a step. I think I can get it. No, you can't. I think I can get it. No, you can't. You cannot do that. If they want to start throwing it around like that, there's a time and a place to stand still. It's a difficult one to choose, but you start chasing the puck instead of the body, and it's going to beat you to it every time.
Puck rolls in near Barrasso. Hustling in is Burridge. Lazaro on the dasher. Lazaro gets it down, trying to make a centering pass. Hit by Hillier. Still battling. Burridge trying to get it. On the board. Puck for. And knocked down. Jennings knocks down Burridge. The puck rolls out in front. Fourth shot blocked. And Joey Mullen starts it back. He's checked on the play. Burridge out there with Hoover and Nyland. Weimer rolls it in deep. Nyland hustles in. On Hillier, gives him a hit. Burridge puts it in front. Turn around by Hoover, and a great save there, and a penalty on Pittsburgh again. Nyland was taken down by Hillier, and Hillier goes out. Third power play for Boston. Pittsburgh 2, Boston 1. Back in a moment.
Andy Hillier's a little bit preoccupied with Chris Nyland's side of the net when Hoover makes the turnaround. Really does not want Nyland on his feet. And this happens. Nice play by Burridge to get it to him. Nyland's right there looking rebound. Going for it, and Hillier hauls him down. Nice little kind of a dive by Nyland.
I tell you what, Barrasso's giving up rebound after rebound, and the Bruins have to capitalize on that.
I think the defense that they were so proud of is that Barrasso made the first stop, and the defense cleared it well against Washington. Tommy's job is to stop that first one, and then the rest of it's up to the guys standing out there around him.
Neely out there with Rajicka and Janney. Wesley and Bourque face off to the left of Barrasso. 10:46 left. The ball is back to Bourque. Bourque off for Janney. Janney trying to get it in front to Neely. He was covered by Gillen, though, very effectively. Gillen.
I think they're going to pick up. And Gillen, I think's assignment on the power play, Fred, is to watch Neely. Make sure you don't get it down to him. The Bruins want to utilize their point more often.
Rajicka tips it in deep. Taglianetti going for it out of Framingham South High School, Providence College. Back at the point. Janney can't keep it in. Almost a breakout by Gillen. All alone. Over the line comes Neely. Neely trying to give it to Janney, and it goes outside the line. Pittsburgh leads 2-1. Kevin Stevens, the power play goal. Janney is checked at center ice, and Gillen flips the puck in wide of Andy Moog. 1:10 left. Boston power play. It is their third. They have a power play goal by Janney. At Pittsburgh has Joe Mullen, and Kevin Stevens scores. Wesley fires it in. Barrasso trying to clear it out. Checked at the boards. Bruins battle for it. Neely trying to get it. And it's knocked outside the line. If it's a battle of power plays, you got to give the edge to Pittsburgh with the potent people that they can put out there. And right now they're tying up Boston, not letting them get started. 35 seconds left. The goal, Kevin Stevens from Recchi and Mario Lemieux at 8:28 for the 2-1 Pittsburgh lead. 30 seconds left. Bork fires it in. Squeako hurries in. Barrasso trying to clear it. Checked on the board. Poulin digs it free. Poulin closing. Put it across and Christian couldn't reach it. Christian in deep for Poulin. Poulin jammed up on the corner. Still fights for it. Gets it to Christian. Christian, Don Sweeney poked in front. But the Bruins have not had a shot, and the power play is up. They did not get a shot on Barrasso. Bruins press to keep it in, and out comes Joe Mullen. Mullen gives it off from Murphy, and he rolls it in on Andy Moe. Pittsburgh leads it 2-1. Goals by Mullen and Stevens. Janney for Boston. Stevens trying to break. Check. Don Sweeney starts it back. Checked by Lemieux. And belted at the line. The play offside. Lining him up was Hilliard. It is Penguins 2, Bruins 1. First period on TV 38.
Ladies and gentlemen,
1991 Bruins playoff T-shirts and sweatshirts in Neely, Bork, Moog, and Janney designs are exclusively available by calling 1-800-5-BRUINS. Order your 100% cotton T-shirts for $14.95 or a sweatshirt for $24.95. At the Boston line, Ken Hammond starts it back, gets it to Burridge. Burridge over the line, checked along the line by Jennings, taken down behind the net. Duras with it. Duras drops it for Bob Sweeney. Bob Sweeney circling in the zone. The shot, the save by Barrasso. There is no rebound on that one.
Okay, this is a line that could scare Pittsburgh.
2-1 Pittsburgh. Back in a moment. And the faceoff. It is back for Wesley. Wesley broken up by Loney. McGillen stopped. Hammond starts back, fires it in. 2-1 Pittsburgh. Around the board. Jammed up by Loney. Nyland trying to get it. Injured Bruin player down on the ice. Hoover. He's back up. Stays on the ice. Puck goes in deep, and Trottier has it. Behind the net. Looking for Loney. Knocked around for Lazaro. Lazaro trying to come out. He is held off by Loney.
Grab the sweater.
Now it's out for Samuelson. Taglianetti. Yager makes the move. Gets it for Loney. Loney has an open man broken up. Yager back up. Gets it. Fires. Saved by Moog. He is slashed by Loney, and the Bruins pound Loney. Lazaro moving in on him. He took a slash at Moog as Moog held the shot by Yager. Yager off on one side. Nyland there. The Bruins en masse, you'd have to say, went after Loney.
Well, you're going to react a little bit. Certainly you've got your goaltender to look at him and protect him. He got you here.
Bruins probably will get the penalty.
Oh, no doubt about that.
It is 2-1 Pittsburgh. Back in a moment.
How can Hammond going to get the penalty box? Get to sit down for a couple of minutes. I really thought Jeff Lazaro was going to get it. Somebody mauling each other in there. There's Yager. Nice wrist shot. Good play. There's the slash there by Loney. Then the cup upside the head. And then Lazaro comes in with a right hand. I haven't seen Ken Hammond do anything wrong yet.
So a 2-minute power play for Pittsburgh. They're 1 for 2. This is their third power play. Boston's had 3, and they're 1 for 3. The Boston goal by Craig Janney. Joe Mullen scored in the first minute of play, 1:05 actually, and then Kevin Stevens on a power play. Recchi gets it. Scott Young along the line, holding. He moves it in deep. Recchi with it. Pass goes near the net. Ray Bourque trying to hammer it out. Does.
I think you got to pressure those points a little bit. One man. I think one man is going to have to do a lot of skating, and 3 men are going to have to check people off.
Here comes Stevens, barreling over the line, straight ahead. Poked away by Moog. The puck went in, but just too far ahead of him as he made a rush. Nothing fancy, just barreling up the middle. Bourque and Don Sweeney now on defense. Burridge and Poulin, 1:20 left on the Pittsburgh power play. Recchi starts it back. Lemieux, check, gets it now, puts it in front, stopped by Poulin, puts it in front, knocked away. On the loose puck is Don Sweeney. He's able to clear it. The shots are 8 Pittsburgh, 5 Boston. We have 6 minutes left in the first period. 2-1 the Penguins. Out they come. A lead for Yager. Yager over the line in deep. Checked. It's around for Lemieux. Lemieux drops it off for Francis. Lemieux. Yager. Yager wheels. Big rangy guy. Puck is loose, broken up by Don Sweeney, and he cleared it. Too many passes there by Yager and Lemieux. 35 seconds left on the power play. Up the middle, deflects, could be icing. Back is Galley. Icing against the Penguins. Timeout on the ice. Back to the studio, Gene Levanchi, a preview of our first intermission.
Okay, Fred, thank you very much. There is one member of the Boston Bruins who knows Pittsburgh Penguin goalie Tom Barrasso all too well. And coming up between the first and second periods tonight, we'll have a conversation with Barrasso's Acton-Boxborough teammate, Bob Sweeney. Also, Dana Hersey serves up a Movie Loft preview, and John Pearson shares his analysis of the first period. That's all straight ahead. Until then, let's throw it back upstairs to Fred Cusick and Derek Sanderson.
Hey, Bob Sweeney on the bench. Injured shoulder, playing through it. Gary Galley's over to talking to Kenny Hammond, giving him some direction on where to go when his penalty's up.
This is not a Montreal-Boston series,
No,
is
it's
it?
not.
What is it?
This is a learn to hate you in a couple of games series.
It will take time.
I want to, yes. This isn't your roaring rivalry. This is...
Well, Lazaro fought for it there, couldn't get it. Throws a body check, but doesn't knock his man down. A lead for Francis, and icing.
What the body check did was force Yager to move the puck off balance. Yager does not like the rough going, and he's going to have to be hit.
How do you hit him, though? He's a tall, rangy. He's only 19 years old.
Oh, he's a great player. He's going to be a superstar.
There he is. Look, you just look at that face. You can tell he'd be playing high school somewhere.
He does look young. An hat-trick against us this year.
And we have 15 seconds left on the Pittsburgh power play. Pittsburgh leads it 2-1. Bruins doing a good job in this power play. The Penguins unable to set up as they had that checkerboard passing with Stevens.
They always have that potential to move it that quickly.
The draw back to Bourque. Quick shot over the net. Galley keeps it in. Takes the hit from Urey, who's a good two-way hockey player and get you 20 goals if he gets some ice time. Here comes Francis over the line. Off for Mullen. Mullen, shot, and it's wide. Ricochets back, and Hammond out of the box. A heavy hit there. And it's down to Barrasso. Backward is Murphy. Oh, what a hit on Roberts by Hammond. The best hit of the night. Fans still buzzing about that. Joe Mullen has scored a goal. He breaks free, gets it over the line. Wearing a neck brace after his surgery, intercepts a pass, is intercepted by Wesley. The Bruins break it out. Here comes Rajicka over the line, holding, looking for the trail, and Neely has trouble handling it, and then is taken down by Taglianetti, and Francis gets it away to Urey. 2-1 Pittsburgh, 4:15 left, first period. Out now, a lead in by Jennings, former Hartford Whaler. Bruins trying to start it back. Little bumping Loney and Neely, and backward is Samuelson. With Hillier, stolen. Rajicka in front. Neely scores! Neely from Galley and Rajicka to tie it at 2.
How important is Vladimir Rajicka? He very well could be the difference in this series. The Pittsburgh Penguins do not check him, do not take him seriously. He can make more plays and more passes. Jaromir Jagr as to his line mates. Right here, he drifts outside slow. What a beautiful play by Janney to Neely. Not many people can think that quickly as Craig Janney does here. Freezes Barrasso, makes the play to Neely's forehand.
That was Hillier who coughed up the puck, and Samuelsson tried to cover for him. And the Bruins wound up with a 2-on-0.
An excellent play by Vladimir Ruzicka, make that happen.
Well, we talked about Jagr. Here is Trache getting it over the line. A lead for Loney in tight check by Neely. Into the board, and Don Sweeney back for it. Don Sweeney starts it back. The game is tied at 2. 3:38 left. Neely from Janney and Ruzicka. You talk about picture plays by the Penguins. What about the Bruins? Here comes Jagr over the line. Checked all the way by Janney and broken up. And out comes Nyland. Nyland to Don Sweeney. He fires it in. The Bruins changing up. 2-2 the score. Neely tied it up. Each team has had 3 power plays. Now a break here. Recchi over the line. Recchi behind Loney on the pass, though. Loney forced to knock it to the corner where Bourque flips it out. Samuelsson knocked it back in. Deliberate offside should be the call, but it is not. And 3 minutes left. That was outside the line by a yard and knocked back in by Samuelsson with 4 Penguins there.
Oh, Samuelsson struggling a little bit, the Pittsburgh Penguins. He was a star, an accepted star in Hartford. Came over here. He set any world on fire. Hurt his hand, coming back out off a hand injury.
And we have a 2-2 game. 8 shots for Pittsburgh, 6 for Boston. Each team 1 for 3 in power plays. And Neely tied it up from Janney and Ruzicka at 16:02. And Janney has a goal and an assist for the Bruins. It's going to be an offensive battle.
Oh, I would like to have seen, the classic, you come up with saying, well, the classic battle of hockey, offense against defense. Bruins being the defensive club, but doesn't look like it so far.
In deep, Ray Bourque gets it. The Bruins could capitalize on that Pittsburgh defense. It's not all-star category by any means. This is Roberts.
I got a feeling about Peter Duras. You play him, he's good. He can get hot.
Puck kept in by Bob Sweeney. Bob Sweeney goes deep, looking for somebody in front. Blocked by Roberts. Battles for it again. Gets it. Gets it around the boards for Duras. Duras pass. Stopped by Lemieux. He was covering the point man beautifully. The point man being Ray Bourque. And right back comes Stevens. Recchi. Stevens in. Backhander. He couldn't get it away. He had mowed down. The Bruins forced to ice it as Kevin Stevens lined up for his second goal. You want exciting, wide open pond hockey? This is it.
This is Chandler's Pond at its finest. You take a chance, get a goal, we'll take a chance. Goaltender's nightmare. Very disorganized at this point. Stevens on the drop pass. Recchi, a nice curl give back. Ray Bourque went to the puck. Moog poked it away from Stevens. Unfortunately, Wesley got to it before he could recover. Ray Bourque kind of following the puck out there. His man was Stevens.
Not much hitting. Not exactly a playoff classic. The fans have to enjoy scoring. It is 2-2. Back goes Phil Bourque, chased by Poulin. They go to the corner. Jammed up. And a face-off. And that Phil Bourque's a great story. Out of Chelmsford High School, and then spent his time in the minors and looked like he'd be buried there in Baltimore. And then got a chance with Pittsburgh, and he plays the point on the power play, kills penalties. He has 4 shorthanded goals, can take a regular line shift.
Good hockey player. 8 points in the Stanley Cup playoffs, pretty good, boy. Ray Bourque contributing, Phil Bourque contributing a lot to this hockey club.
Poulin and Francis face off to the right of Barrasso. 2-2 the score, and we're just under 2 minutes in the first period. Galley and Gillen battle inside the line, up the boards. Christian Wraps it up. It deflects away. Hillier gets it around to Joey Mullen. Mullen gets it out to Francis. Francis clearing in. Galley back. Checked by Francis. Broken up. Francis gets possession. Looks for a trailer and can't hit the defenseman. And back for it now is Jennings.
First of all, Mullen airmailed that pass to Francis at center ice. A wrist pass. That come by his knee. He knocked it down out of the air. Then he crossed the blue line, went to his left, made a couple of moves on a bouncing puck, circled the net, nearly found a Penguin all alone out front. Bruins have got to get going on that. They cannot be letting people just dance around. Watch him pick it out of the air. There you go. And he calms it down, curls, dumps it in the end zone. Now they go back very casually. Neither one of them taking anybody. Francis steps in, poke checks. Now he's got a Mullen all alone in front of the net. Just can't get it to him. Careful of that. That happens too often. You're going to get burned. Don Sweeney and Gary Gallagher talk a little bit on that. A little more energy.
Neely out there with Bob Sweeney on the left and Janney on the right. For the face-off. And the draw one for Peter Taglianetti. Almost lost it. Neely couldn't quite get it. Up to the Boston line, Wesley with it. And they're all over. Bourque and Lemieux were entangled briefly. Bob Sweeney a clear out. Neely on Taglianetti. He gets it up. And the Penguins started back with Samuelson. Looking for Lemieux. Check. Less than a minute left now. Recchi winding up with Samuelson. Samuelson broken up by his old nemesis Cam Neely, the right wing side. Now it's over the line. Buried in Wesley. He's in. And a save by Barrasso. Janney sent Wesley in for a clean bid. Big chance for the Bruins to take the lead for the first time in the game. Neely trying to get away from Samuelson over the line. Flips it. Janney gets it on the, or Wesley gets it on the boards. Clears it in. But Boston making the line change now. 24 seconds left in the first period. Boy, talk about wide open chances. Wesley walked right in on a Janney feed.
Kind of aimed the shot. Tommy Barrasso anticipated where it was going, made a nice save on it.
Time running out. Bourque fires. Barrasso plays it. Around the boards. Poulin quickly on it. A quick shot, but time had run out, and Tom Barrasso knew that all the way. So at the end of the first period, Boston 2 and Pittsburgh 2. And we'll have intermission highlights in a moment.
Coming up, a conversation with the Boston Bruins. Bob Sweeney, also Dana Hersey has a Movie Loft preview, and John Pearson breaks down tonight's first period of play. It's all straight ahead when Boston Bruins hockey on TV 38 continues after this timeout.
Game 4 of the Wales Conference Championship. The Bruins battle the Penguins Tuesday at 7:30 on TV 38.
The Boston connection well represented tonight, or should I say the Boston College connection. Ex-BC stars Joe Mullen and Kevin Stevens, the goal scorers for Pittsburgh, while Craig Janney has scored for Boston, and he assisted on the other Bruin goal, which was scored by Craig Janney. It's 2-2 after 1. Now, earlier tonight, we caught up with another former Boston College star, the Bruins' Bob Sweeney. But before we get to that, let's turn back the clock about 9 years. The year was 1982. Acton-Boxborough goalie Tom Barrasso stopped soon-to-be Bruin John Carter of Woburn. Later on in the game, Barrasso's teammate and another soon-to-be Bruin, Bob Sweeney, scored the game winner in overtime for the state championship.
Over to Sweeney. Sweeney! He's got one man to beat. A shot, Rufo to save. They score! It's all over. It's Bobby Sweeney. He tucked it in underneath Rufo. And so ends one of the most exciting, best played tournament games ever.
A highlight I don't think that has been topped since in Massachusetts schoolboy history. Bob Sweeney joins us now. And Bob, that overtime goal kind of preceded your Bruin career here. You've been the man for overtime goals for the Bruins as well.
Well, that's looked funny watching that. Me and John always kid each other about that game. He had a great game, and I was fortunate enough to get the goal. But, you know, I got a few goals here, I guess, in overtime, but it's just a lucky bounce here and there in overtime. You never know what can happen.
What about facing your old high school teammate again, Tom Barrasso? You're facing him tonight. He's been playing pretty well. Does it help you having played with him in high school, or is it really so long ago that what he did then really doesn't coincide with what he does now?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. You know, things have changed. You know, he made a big jump right from high school to the NHL, and played great his first year. And he's had some injuries lately and some problems, but it looks like he's back on top of his game, as we saw in the last playoff series.
You don't have anything from high school? You remember any stories or anything like that that you'll whisper in his ear and try to get him off his game or anything like that? Anything embarrassing moments you'll remind him about?
No, I think once the puck drops, you know, we're going to be all business. There's too much at stake here to reminisce about old times or joking around out there. So I'm sure once the puck drops, we'll be all business.
Do you remind him that your first NHL goal was scored, that you beat him for your first NHL goal?
That was very ironic, you know, because we played together in high school, and then being my first game to play against Buffalo, where he was playing at the time, and having the opportunity to score against him, and luckily I did. It was a big thrill in my career, and I have a picture of it to remind me of.
As far as tonight's game is concerned, and you in particular, you played all 80 games for the Bruins this year, and then you suffered the shoulder injury. How does that stand now, and how did it respond after Game 7 on Monday night?
What injury? No,
Don't start that again.
No, I feel good right now. I mean, it was a little painful the other night, but another couple of days of rest, and I feel a lot better. I didn't skate the other day. Most of the guys didn't, and once the playoffs comes, you know, you got to basically put those injuries aside. Everybody's playing with bumps and bruises, and I'm no different story. So once the puck drops, I'll be ready to go.
As the course of the evening wears on, yourself, Dave Poulin, maybe even Randy Burge will all get a shot at getting in number 66's jersey this evening. How are you going to approach that, and what's the best way to handle him?
Well, I've covered him before, and Dave Poulin's covered him before, especially when he was in Philly. So we're no strangers to doing that. We haven't quite decided who's or what we're going to do about it. I'm sure Mike will let us know in another hour or so. But whenever he's got the puck, that's when he's dangerous. I mean, once he gets that puck, he's such a great passer, and it's hard to get the puck away from him. He's so strong, and he's got a great reach. So you've got to basically try to deny him the puck. If you deny him the puck, that's the key.
All right, Bob Sweeney, our guest. Bob, thank you very much, and good luck to you tonight.
Thanks a lot, Gene.
And coming up in just a moment, Dana Hersey will join us with a Movie Loft preview. As we go to a break, a look at the Stanley Cup logo on ice. The Bruins hope to be carrying the real thing around the Garden later on this month. We'll be right back.
I made a lot of moves in my day, but the best move I ever made was to the Bay Bank card. Now with Express Check, it's the bank card that works like a check. Shouldn't you make your move to Bay Bank?
The Boston Garden is the center of attention. The Boston Garden is, tonight, 5 separate television feeds heading out of the Boston Garden. 2 going to Canada, 1 in English, 1 in French, 1 going across the country on Sports Channel America, 1 going to Pittsburgh, and of course, the one you're watching tonight here on TV 38.
With Hillier, stolen, Ragichka, in front. Neely scores! Neely from Gurney and Ragichka to tie it up.
And that goal tied the game. And that Cam Neely goal tying the game at 2. Boston and Pittsburgh pretty even in shots on goal. The Penguins with a 1-shot advantage. It's 2-2 after the first period of play. John Pearson with us tonight. And John, as expected, the Bruins kind of flat in the first period coming off the big emotional win on Monday night. You have to expect that, and they have to be pretty pleased at this point to come out of the first 20 minutes even at 2.
I would agree with that, Gene. Not a typical playoff period, but either team, really. A lot of loose errors out there, but I think Boston did well to hang in there. Could have been a little bit more for Pittsburgh. They got some good scoring opportunities, got unlucky in a couple of cases. But I'm going to show you here a little bit about the Pittsburgh power play, which I think is an important part of what they do best. And what they do here is they try to get these guys here to, well, our telestrator is not working too well tonight, but we'll work on it. They try to get the forwards to filter in behind the defense, but the trailers are never out of the play. Now watch number 12, Burridge. He's in perfect position right here. as he comes in behind the play. You're never out of the play, and those trailers are going to be extremely important. Burridge picks up the puck and just clears it down the full length of the ice. Those two forwards are going to be a major part of what's going on against the Pittsburgh power play because they love to show those point men up to the blue line. Now, this is the goal that tied the game at 1-1. Janney gets it, but this was a very big goal for the Bruins to stay even with Pittsburgh despite their downturn in the first period. Gary Galley has the puck right here along the blue line. Now, Pittsburgh likes to go on offense, so you'll see these players moving around a lot, which gave the Bruins the opportunity. Galley spotted Janney to the left of Barrasso, and he just picked up the nice pass. And right here, you're going to see him take it to the backhand and shovel it up into that top corner. Beautiful play by Craig Janney. We're going to show you from our high angle. We want you to keep your eye on the well, I guess we're not going to come up with that, but one of the things, Gene, I think that's a problem with the Pittsburgh Penguins is they tend to go on offense before offense is needed. And I think the Bruins can take advantage of that, but they need also to play a little body contact, and we may see that change here coming up in the second period.
All right, John, thank you very much. We'll work on the bugs in that telestrator. Hopefully have that straightened out for our next intermission. Right now, though, let's send it back upstairs and rejoin Fred Cusick and Derek Sanderson.
Okay, Bob Sweeney's going to check Mario Lemieux, and he gets the draw to Bork, and Bork to Rajicka, to Bob Sweeney. Bob Sweeney coming on Roberts, and he's checked. Puck in deep, but Phil Bork hit by Neely behind the net. A battle for it. Neely trying to dig it loose. Can't do it. Roberts back to help out. And Roberts gets to center ice with it. Murphy, the flip in. Phil Bork is playing left wing on this line, and Recchi is the other wing with Mario Lemieux. It's away to Rajicka. Rajicka's pass goes to Bob Sweeney. Makes a good play to keep it onside. He just missed with a shot. Wicked drive. Puck kept in. Rebound. Save on Cam Neely's rebound bid, driven in by Ray Bork. At center ice, it is Mario Lemieux forced to wind up. Neely forechecking. Now Recchi winds up. Pass stopped by Ray Bork. Flipped in now by Murphy. 2-2 the score. Just underway, second period, and the Bruins with a big scoring bid. Joey Mullen gets it over the line. His pass stopped by Chris Nyland. The local boys much in evidence, and Joe Mullen out of Boston College. Now Rajicka breaks. Gives it off for Poulin. Looking across, Rajicka able to get it, and he is buried by Samuelson. A heavy hit. Down he goes. He tripped Samuelson. That. And here's Joe Mullen coming 3-on-2. And pass back for a shot by Francis, blocked by Galley. Kept in by Mullen. Checked along the boards. Still keeps it in. Pass blocked. Nyland trying to get free. Covers Mullen. Mullen up for Francis. Back from Mullen. Into the corner. Mullen avoids the Nyland hit. Comes off the corner. Puts it on net for a save by Andy Moog. Boy, Mullen did a tremendous job to come off the corner and get the shot away. 2 minutes into the second period. Face off after icing against Boston.
Joey Mullen there held Chris Nyland's stick. That's what made it all happen. Nyland took offense to it, lined him up. Now Joey Mullen fully expected that Nyland was going to be angry, come back at him. Kind of slipped the check a little bit. Had Nyland hit him, he would have knocked him into Causeway Street, but he kind of missed him a little bit. And then Joey Mullen fought hard. Came out of the corner, nearly drew a penalty, but he got the shot on net. A nice little confrontation between the two of them.
Interesting line sent out by Mike Milbury. Christian, Skriko, and Janney. Janney's figured in both Boston goals. Joe Mullen, Kevin Stevens scoring for Pittsburgh. Neely, the other Boston goal. Trottier gets it. A shot here by Yaga. Blocked, goes deep. Behind the net, Yaga jigs it free, has a big reach, weaves in front, shoots, and it's blocked by Don Sweeney, but Yaga intercepts again. Now it's stopped, and Christian out. A break with Skriko. Has Janney over the far side, goes for the shot, the save, the rebound coughed up by Barrasso. Skriko can't get it. Yaga gets it away now to Loney in the center ice. The Penguins' Trottier pass stopped, stolen by Janney. Janney to Christian over the line. The shot deflected wide of Barrasso. Taken off the backboards, and he covers it. And this is a battle of offenses at 2-2, opening minutes of period number 2. Shots are even, 9 apiece.
Well, being even, Bruins defense takes the edge then, and anytime you have Mario Lemieux, the offense has to go on that side of the page for Pittsburgh, and I think the defense with Bork and Wesley and Galley, and Don Sweeney playing a little bit better every night, playing real solid hockey lately. Right here, Neely just doesn't get a handle on it, and he slips through. Roberts a little late picking him up.
That was a rebound of a Ray Bork shot and a threat for Boston on an earlier shift. Neely is out there again now with Bob Sweeney and Rajicka. Bork, a shot, a save, and the rebound coughed up again, but covered by the Penguins. And here comes Murphy on the attack. Offside, break for Boston. Pittsburgh doesn't, defense is not in their vocabulary, is it?
I think what the Bruins have got to do, and an excellent example of it in that face-off, was don't let the Penguins tie you up. Lost the draw. Pittsburgh immediately went to lock arm contact with everybody, and then the rebound, no one's available for it. Murphy came in, just picked up the puck. They just stand around looking for loose pucks, and away they go.
4 of them going.
Yeah.
I mean, never mind defense. If the Bruins could have broken up that 4-man attack, went the other way, that have a great opportunity, and it's happened on occasions. Here comes Ray Bork in the center ice, getting the draw. Oh, can't set up Rajicka. Rajicka on Samuelson. Samuelson keeps possession, and the breakout by Recchi. Phil Bork over the line. Recchi taken down by Neely. Bruins break it out. Weimer now for Rajicka. The shot, the save by Barrasso. Can't clear it out. Intercepted by Bork. Bork moves it across in front. Bob Sweeney scores! Bob Sweeney gives the Bruins a 3-2 lead.
Can Vladimir Rajicka make the play? That's 2 by Rajicka that he set up, but Bob Sweeney, Ray Bork steals it. He finds Rajicka. Rajicka finds Sweeney. Right here, Barrasso tries to clear. Ray Bork says, no, you don't. Right there on the offense. Rajicka, Sweeney. Bang. Pittsburgh defense peeled off, fell apart, went out, bailed out on everybody. Wow.
Well, Acton Boxborough there. Bob Sweeney against Tom Barrasso again. A ton of local flavor. And the Bruins take the lead for the first time. Bob Sweeney from Rajicka and Bork. Rajicka has 2 assists. In deep, Doris battling for it. Burridge digging for it with Murphy behind the net. Doris trying to keep the play in the zone, and it's tied up now by Murphy. And a face-off call. Boston 3, Pittsburgh 2, back at the moment.
There's the goal again. Watch Rajicka turn on the forehand. There you go. I'm set for the pass. Does not fool around with it. Gets right back to the moving Sweeney. And Barrasso really did all he could do. He almost got that. I'll tell you who's impressing me with his speed. He's only been out there 3 or 4 times. That this line right here, Hoover, Duras, and Burridge, they could end up a key line because they got to shut down this Francis line. And there's a lot of talent out there with Joey Mullen.
Joey Mullen starts it away in the center ice for Gillen. Gillen checked by Hammond, gets the shot away and grabbed by Moog. Moog gets it up for Burridge. Burridge is broken up by Francis. Hammond trying to cover and get it loose. And falling on the puck is Randy Burridge, and a face-off called in the Boston zone. We're 4 minutes into the second period, and there'll be a special edition of Sports Beat live this Sunday night at 10 o'clock. Cast on Sports Beat. We'll have highlights from Sunday's Game 3, and you can be sure that game will be one of the many subjects. This Sunday at 10, live on Sportscast right here on TV 38. Face-off in the Boston zone, line change-up. Interesting line change by Mike Milbury. That Bob Sweeney with Neely and with Rajicka. He has moved Janney to another combination.
Well, what you have is Sweeney on... you're going to see Mario Lemieux in a few combinations yourself. That may not be a line. That's just a coverage.
Bruins get the draw, clear it out. Racing for it is Poulin. Barrasso comes out. able to clear it up for Mullen. Mullen to Francis. Francis to Stevens. Stevens bearing right in. He is in. Saved by Andy Moog. And they've got to do something about Kevin Stevens. A penalty coming up as they tried in vain to stop him. And he moves like rocket Richard.
Andy Moog is hurt. Stevens kind of tagged him, Fred, because he was moving. He was coming like a train in there.
Kevin Stevens, who has scored a power play goal, who has 3 winning goals for Pittsburgh.
Watch the slash by Galley. Two-hander, tried to take his legs out and did. There's Moog. The knee jam.
No finesse, sheer power by Stevens. He's a power skater.
He's a bull. He's out there and he just comes at you like a train. We mentioned earlier, a lot like Cam Neely. Plays left wing. Boy, would you love to have Neely on right wing and Kevin Stevens on left.
Stevens is out there with Recchi and Lemieux. Murphy and Phil Bourque. Poulin on the faceoff. This is the 4th power play for the Penguins. They're 1 for 3. The Bruins are 1 for 3. A goal by Janney. Their other score by Neely. The go-ahead goal by Bob Sweeney. Joe Mullen, Kevin Stevens scoring for Pittsburgh. The draw to Wesley. Able to clear. 3-2 Boston. 15:34 left in the second period.
A very offensive-minded Larry Murphy out there. Phil Bourque's the only defense, really.
Lazaro almost stole on Murphy. Couldn't do it. Here comes Mario Lemieux. Offside is Phil Bourque on the left wing. And almost a steal in the zone on Larry Murphy. Pittsburgh thinks so much offense.
They have absolutely no concept of team defense. They'll leave the odd guy out there that's going to have to fall back and figure it out. No easy task being a defenseman, and certainly no job any goaltender would relish.
Recchi, superb sophomore player. Phil Bourque, the point man, chased back by Lazaro, forced to wind up. Lazaro and Poulin, Bourque and Wesley. Stevens across for Murphy. Murphy drops it in deep. Bourque trying to get it away around the boards, loses to Mario Lemieux. Recchi gets it. Recchi is checked behind the net. Stevens fights for it. Wraps it around the boards. Lemieux is there with the big reach. Back to Phil Bourque. Now looking for Mario. Mario to Recchi. Recchi back to Phil Bourque. They go by passing. They don't fire it in. Now Bourque. Phil Bourque does save. The rebound wide by Kevin Stevens on the backhander. The net dislodged as Wesley threw a hard hit on Recchi, and Recchi hit the net.
Recchi looking for the call. Kevin Collins acknowledging something.
Pittsburgh with their vaunted power play.
Right here. Cannot allow rebounds come to that man. Stevens. Before it gets to him in time, Glenn Wesley just thumped Recchi into that post.
And gets away with it. No call. 55 seconds left on Galley's penalty. 14:36 left in the second period. The shots are now even 12 apiece. So Pittsburgh's had 4 in this period. The Bruins 5. Mark Recchi. Positively brilliant in the playoffs.
Right here, Stevens. There's that facing the boards. Straight from behind cross-check. No call. I guess the memo went around the league not to call those.
Boston's Ray Bourque able to clear it as Poulin got that face-off to him. Lemieux stays out there, joined by Mullen and by Francis. Plenty of firepower. Driving it in is Scott Young. Trapped behind the net for Bourque by Moog, and he's able to clear it out. 35 seconds on the Pittsburgh power play. 3-2 Boston. Young starts it out to Lemieux. Good play to Mullen. Mullen on Don Sweeney. Goes deep. Forced behind the net. Stops. Gets it off to Lemieux. Softly to Young. Young shot. Deflected by Christian over the net. Rolls now to Murphy. Murphy back for Young. Over to Lemieux. Lemieux, the playmaker, gives it to Murphy's pass blocked. Loose. Rolls in. A save on Francis by Moe. Francis did not get much on that one.
Well, Davy Christian was in there bothering him. Didn't have much time, didn't have much room, and certainly you don't think you have any time. Francis did have a little bit more. Opted for the quick release, didn't get much on it. Mario Lemieux came in. One of the few gentlemanly players in the league around goaltenders. He doesn't go around slashing at pucks when the goaltender has them. Reggie Lemelin. The only thing about not letting Reggie Lemelin see the puck in a game or two, I'm concerned over Andy Moog should he ever get injured. It's one very difficult assignment for Lemelin. It's very difficult to stay up for all these.
Samuelson and Roberts are the point men, and now Trottier is out there with Yager, another offensive threat. Samuelson's shot is blocked by Burridge. Kept in. Power play is up. The Bruins trying to get the man back in the play. Loney gets it to Yager. Yager, a ton of moves. Checked all the way on the play by Christian. Taken to the boards. He keeps it. Trying to wheel around. The teams are at even strength. Bruins get it. Wesley around the right side for Galley, who just came on. Galley wants to get organized. Clears it out. Christian in pursuit of Samuelson. 3-2 Boston. Christian ties it up so Boston can make some changes. And the Penguins start it right back. Roberts clearing in. Trottier going for it. Checked by Wesley, who got right on it. Dug out by Spico. Around for Nyland. Nyland is crunched on the board. Tied up. The Bruins forced to just clear it out as Loney moved on Nyland. Samuelson loses to Wesley. Now lead past Nyland over the line. A hit on Yager. Roberts digs it free. Roberts winding up. Long pass up to Yager. Yager coming on Hammond. Leaves it for Trottier. Trottier check. Bruins break it out. Nyland gets it away for Janney. Janney coming with Don Sweeney. Over the line. Cuts in. Drops it for Hammond, and the shot deflected high. Nyland keeps it in. Rolls it back. Drive by Don Sweeney, and a screen block. Covered up. And now loose. And Recchi starts it out. And an injured Pittsburgh player.
Randy Hillier took that shot.
He took the shot of Don Sweeney. He's still down. It is Boston 3, Pittsburgh 2. Back in a moment.
Here's Stevens. Comes through. Looks like he took it on the hand. He's giving it the leg a little wiggle now. Maybe it caught the knee. Hey, that's smarted.
For Pittsburgh, Joe Mullen and Kevin Stevens have their goals. Stevens on a power play. For Boston, Craig Janney a power play. Cam Neely and Bob Sweeney the other scorers. Bob Sweeney the lone scorer as we look at Randy Hillier, the ex-Bruin. And 3-2 Boston with 12:20 left in period number 2.
Randy Hillier's found a home in Pittsburgh. Hard-nosed players, tough comes to play every night. Gives you his best.
For the most,
go ahead.
For the most part, Bob Sweeney has been out against Mario Lemieux and has scored a goal. Rajicka, 2 assists. And for the Penguins, Erie starts it back. He's played not too much. Drops it in deep, hit by Don Sweeney. Galley behind the net, lost his stick, gloves it around to Neely. Neely pinched in on the boards, trying to move it out. A battle. Galley has a stick. Puck tied up. And now the temper's getting a bit frayed.
Now we're getting into frustration, that famous word. Yeah, well, we got a few more games, you and I. Want to keep it up? I'm here. The conversation out there should be taped. Of course, it would be, you'd have to censor it. It would be adult comedy. But here's Bob Sweeney, little curl, and where are you going, Mario? little, kind of a little shove. I'm here.
Recchi, Erie, and Lemieux. Cam Neely taking the draw. Bob Sweeney heading right for Lemieux. Bruins get the faceoff. Galley, Rajicka tipped out. Murphy fires it back in. Galley for Ruzicka, doesn't get it. Shot here, deflected. Murphy's shot deflected by Erie. Went high, behind the net. Bob Sweeney checks Mario Lemieux. Recchi gets it now. Off on the boards, Ruzicka trying to slash it out. Move it out, can't. Erie keeps it in. Shot tip. Scores! It deflected off. Lemieux for the score, I believe.
He kicked it in, but they're not going to call it.
And they're saying he's also in the crease. No goal. No goal. Kicked in or in the crease. Mario Lemieux.
Bob Sweeney, he is absolutely irate at the time it happened. No, he didn't. He kicked it. You're going to watch Bob Sweeney, I think. And this is just a comedy of errors. This breaks off a stick. Goes down wide of Moog. There's the foot. See Mario's foot on the goal. Now, if they had to show the follow-up of Bob Sweeney, pleaded with Van Elleman. Kevin Collins, I believe, makes this call. Bob Johnson now talking to Collins. What do you mean? He was forced in there.
Plus, totally in the crease.
He was in the crease. But did Bob Sweeney put him there? Bob Sweeney was certainly around him. That's his argument. But I think you'll see. Watch the left foot. As he comes out, he curls.
Bob Sweeney doesn't put him in there.
A little soft foot. No, he curled to take the body. He was standing with them there. That would be his argument. Still, he directed it in with his foot.
No replay for the officials, but they called it.
I think Kevin Collins called it. Certainly, the linesmen both agreed on it. It was kicked in. Van Helleman view was obstructed by Moog.
So it is 3-2 Boston. The goal by Lemieux disallowed. Taglianetti fires it around. Ray Bourque controlling. Trying to get free. Forced for a backhand flip. Taglianetti back and in pursuit. Poulin around the boards, kept in by Christian. Poulin. Christian coming off the corner. Trying to set up Skriko. Can't do it. And the Pens break. Here comes Joe Mullen. Mullen checked by Bourque. Goes in deep. Wrapped around by Moog. Hope free, and the Bruins break it out. Skriko. A lead for Poulin. Poulin collects. The shot is wide. Samuelson with it. The clear. Hammond with it at the Boston zone. In the center ice. Can't connect with Poulin. Barrasso forced to play it with, and he missed it. Skriko goes in, gets it, but can't set up the play. And the Penguins break it out again. Kevin Stevens coming hard. Big barreling winger. Gets the shot away. It's batted down by Moog. Cleared up now. Christian to Poulin. Poulin out, center ice. Gives it to Wesley. Wesley gains the line. Gives it to Skriko. Skriko on a setup. Christian in front. Can't. Gets it back though to Weimer. Weimer fires in. Around the boards. Wesley moving in. Checked by Jágr. Jágr trying to clear it. Puck is cleared by the Penguins. Bruins control it. Christian wraps it back in. Halfway through the game, Boston leads 3-2. Bob Sweeney the go-ahead goal in the second period. A lead for Janney. Jennings trying to knock it away. Does. At center ice, Don Sweeney on it. Wraps it back in the Pittsburgh zone. Hillier back for it. Up for Jennings. Bruins check it. Keep it in. Janney. Slap shot. Saved by Barrasso, and there is no rebound. It is Boston 3, Pittsburgh 2. Back in a moment. .9:30 left. Second period. Face-off in the Pittsburgh zone. The line is Janney with Burridge and Duras.
Peter Duras has been a concern. 4 or 5 shifts he's been out there tonight skating. Going to get some offense going.
Gillen moves it out into center ice. Check. Batted over the Boston line. Don Sweeney with it. Up for Burridge. Can't set up Janney. Murphy right back. Murphy plays like a forward most of the time. Behind the net. Jágr can't get it. Bruins started out. Janney. Up for Burridge. He's checked. Loses it to Murphy. Murphy, very much an offensive defenseman. Now with Roberts. Checked by Burridge. bounces to center ice. Wrapped in by Don Sweeney. Going in for the loose puck in the corner is Burridge. Burridge holding. Now wheels it off on the corner. Janney trying to center it. It's deflected behind the net. Wrapped around. Bruins playing defense. Neely comes on. Clears it in behind the net. Janney trying to make the play. Does in front. The backhander was missed. Kept in. Back for Bourque. Bourque fires wide. Locked in front was Ken Hammond trying to get the puck at the crease. Talk about offensive play. Bourque back. Rushing hard. Over the line. Slowed down by Taglianetti. Puck kept in by Neely. Neely overskated it. The Penguins break 3-on-2 with Mario Lemieux. He's over the line. He puts it in deep. Pass in front is blocked by Ray Bourque. Kept in now for a shot by Taglianetti. Picked off by Moe. Big defensive play by Raymond Bourque. Boston 3, Pittsburgh 2. Back in a moment.
Ray Bourque, not only a great offensive player, but really his game is defensive. And he's playing sound defensively. The Bruins are so much the better for it. Here he comes in, watching Lemieux. Nice down slide pass, but Ray Bourque gets the stick down to pick off a pretty well a sure goal. Watch this here behind the net. Bob Sweeney is getting to Mario Lemieux. He doesn't punch very often. He was upset there, getting upset with Sweeney.
Bruins hemmed in. Neely trying to get it free, and he does. He knocks it out to the Pittsburgh zone, where Taglianetti is back for it. 7:42 left.
Pittsburgh seems to just kind of swarm all over the puck once in a while.
Erie gains the line. Puts a backhander in that misses the net. Wojcicki gets it free to Bourque. Bourque trying to come out. Gets it away to center ice. But Bob Sweeney can't collect. Recchi back. Has to wait. Pass up, lock, center ice. Hammond, good shift over the line. Hammond drops it. And the Penguins come out. Hammond is trapped. A lead for Mario Lemieux, and he is offside. Boston 3, Pittsburgh 2. Back in a moment.
Well, you certainly don't want to turn your back to the puck, but there's Bob Sweeney and Hammond taking Lemieux. There's a little shove. Mario Lemieux's just going to stare you down and give you a little shot.
Shots in this period. Bruins 7, Penguins 6, 3-2 Boston. Bob Sweeney the go-ahead goal. Wesley trying to come out. It's knocked down on the play heavily. Covered by Francis. Bruins control. Started back. Wiemer can't connect with Hoover. Francis starting back. Francis weaves over the line. Gets it for Stevens. In again. Puts it in front. Intercepted by Hoover on a tripping call on Wesley. The 5th power play for Pittsburgh coming up. Boston 3, Pittsburgh 2. Back in a moment.
The Pittsburgh Penguins kind of swarming on the puck, kind of all over it, really. The Bruins kind of hard pressed. Wesley just happened to be the one picked. Coming up with almost very close to 2 or 3 infractions prior to that, and eventually the trip to Wesley. There's the dive. Wesley had made contact with the puck. It's a good play. But he never made contact with it. Not from that angle, it didn't look like he did. But the fans are getting on Mario Lemieux. I don't know if you really want to wake him up or not.
Oh, much too early. Wait till the series is over.
Yeah.
He is out there now with Recchi and Stevens, Young and Murphy. And they keep it in. Young unloads and misses. A screaming shot. He's got a powerful one. Burridge trying to move it out. Can't. Battle on the boards. Young keeps it in. A lost stick for Boston. Poulin able to clear it away. Burridge regains the stick. It's right near him. Galley is on with Bourque with Wesley in the penalty box. And the Penguins, Young. Pass for Stevens. Lock. Young again. Checked by Poulin.
There's the forechecking you need right there. Get on that very dangerous defensive Pittsburghs. Get to them early. They can cough up that puck real easy.
Here's a pass over the line for Murphy. Murphy bearing in. Checked by Bourque, who dove. Puck in the corner. Poked in front. Mario Lemieux picked his spot. And Moe save. And a breakout by Burridge. What a stop by Moe. Burridge short-handed. Over the line. Moves it in, and it's blocked by Stevens. Rolls into center ice, and Recchi picks it up. Big save, Andy Moog on Mario Lemieux, who gives it now to Murphy. Murphy, a shot, a save by Moog. The puck loose. Moog has it. Popped in the air, but he grabbed it. Andy Moog coming up big on the 5th Pittsburgh power play.
Andy Moog very good in close. You want to get tricky. He really focuses well on you in close, and I kind of think he reads right here. He knows Mario's there. I think he reads him well with the left leg. I know you're trying to go 5-hole. Either Lemieux missed it or he figured that Moog was going to shut him off. And he kind of gave it to him, took it away. Nice in-close battle, goaltender, offensive superstar. Boy, I'll tell you, you can't beat a good goaltender, a smart goalkeeper. Glenn Hall was one of the smartest ones I ever saw or ever played against. Jacques Pont, Roger Crozier could just move their feet so well in close. Give you a little bit of net and take it away. Have you talking to yourself in no time.
Francis out there now with Yager and Lemieux, with Murphy and with Phil Bourque. Poulin on the draw and 45 seconds left on the Pittsburgh power play. 5:21 left, second period, and the Bruins lead 3-2. Out goes Francis.
Ronnie Francis moving too early. Poulin's not set. He's not down. Francis taking the early advantage.
Lemieux over on the board. Poulin can't clear it. Kept in by Murphy. Poulin breaks up the pass intended for Lemieux and clears it. Poulin and Christian. Don Sweeney and Ray Bourque. Here comes Murphy. Blocked by Don Sweeney. Cleared out. Here comes Poulin. Poulin on Phil Bourque. Check. Now trying to cut in front. Can't get it to Christian. Good defensive play by Phil Bourque there. And of course he has played defense. Gets it up now. Over the line comes Francis. Puck in deep. Shot here blocked in front on Yaga. On the boards. Fought for it. Christian able to dig it out. And that'll do it on the Pittsburgh power play. 4:35 left. Second period. Pittsburgh has had 5 power plays. It's scored once. Bruins have had 1. Janney hauled down. Here's the Neely walking in. Scores! Cam Neely makes it 4-2 for Boston with his second goal of the night.
What a great pass to find Neely on the right side of the building. Swarming is exactly the proper word, I believe, for the way Pittsburgh plays hockey. But when Craig Janney picks off a play from Yager, there's a trip, no call. Janney doesn't quit. Just kind of shovels it over to the right side. There's Neely, waits, finds 5-hole.
Janney has a goal and 2 assists in the 4 goals by the Bruins.
What you have right here is Tom Barrasso went down way too early.
And the Bruins now with a 2-goal lead with 4:20 left in the second period. Cam Neely from Janney. Loney moving in. Moe wheels it around. Puck kept in by Roberts for a shot into the stands on a face-off call. Boston 4, Pittsburgh 2. Back in a moment.
And the other Bruins kind of, nice forechecking on their own, but there's a little touch pass by Rajicka, gets it to him. Janney got it, touched over. Neely, Rajicka, and Janney.
So Rajicka has figured in the last 3 goals. Janney is out there now with Neely. Here's a breakthrough by Rajicka trying to move in. Gets the backhander away, and a penalty coming up as he was hooked along the way. Oh, starting out, not out yet. Back for Galley. For Don Sweeney. Now Samuelson with it. Fires it into the empty net. A slashing call as Rajicka almost broke through. It is on Samuelson, and the Bruins will have their 4th power play of the night.
What a nice play here Rajicka makes. Not only does he steal it, right, he jumps through. Now he's going to be bothered. He tries to pretend a little poked it forward, and then he get hooked. Never really got much on it.
Well, we heard a lot about Lemieux and Yager and Joe Mullen. What about Ruzicka?
Well, we said earlier in the game, this could be Samuelson, a blocker. Does block a lot of shots. Some extra padding. Taped.
Had a broken hand.
And he had the broken hand, so he wants that safely tucked away. Play with a minimum amount of pain.
Boston on a power play. Janney scored their first goal on a power play, but they've been blank since. Boston leading 4-2. Bork to Neely. Can't move in. He's checked at the line, and the puck is cleared by Gillen. 3:15 left in the second period. Dave Janney a goal and 2 assists. Ruzicka 3 assists. Neely 2 goals. At center ice, Wesley up for Neely. Neely across for Janney. Janney in front. Knocked away as Skriko headed for the net. In deep, Janney with it. In front. Blocked by Gillen. Beautiful defensive play by Randy Gillen. And the puck is clear.
That's all they're using Gillen for. Gillen penalties. Now watch it. You got Mario Lemieux out there. Don't get too cute. You get too tricky, he steals one. And bury it real easy.
Bork fires it in. 54 seconds left on the power play. Kept in. Back for Janney. Up for Skriko. Skriko into the corner. Back for Bork. Watched by Lemieux. Gives it off for Wesley. For Bork. The shot. That just missed. And into the stands.
Hit the crossbar on a flutter shot.
Back to Gene Levanchi. Second intermission.
Okay, Fred, thank you very much. No less than 7 members of the Pittsburgh Penguins either grew up or played college hockey here in the Boston area. And coming up between the second and third periods tonight, we'll talk to the leading member of the Penguins' Bay State connection, former Boston College star Kevin Stevens. And John Pearson has the teller straighter working just fine, thank you. He'll share his analysis of the second period as well. Till then, let's send it back upstairs to Fred and Derek.
39 seconds left on the power play. Mullen and Stevens scoring for Pittsburgh in the first period. Janney and Neely for Boston. Then Bob Sweeney and Neely in the second. 4-2 the Bruins. Ruzicka broke it up. Lemieux breaking, has a trailer. Goes for the shot. A save by Andy Moog. Another one on Mario Lemieux. Kept in again. Airy flips it wide. And
That's
the Bruins.
Not what you want to do. It's going your way. You don't want to be coughing up shorthanded goals.
Over the line, Ruzicka for Bork. Across for Galley. In for Janney. In front, but Ruzicka couldn't get it. And breaking it out is Hillier. For Lemieux. Rolls it in deep, and back for it Cam Neely, who has 2 goals tonight. 1 in each period. And overall in total series play, here's a break for Poland. He is onside, trying to make the play. Check, battles, keeps it in. Boy, he was ready to break behind that defense. Couldn't quite get good control.
Great pass Ruzicka made to him.
Roberts now fires it out. It's blocked by Christian. Drilled back, 1:12 left. Murphy moves it up. Francis for Mullen. Mullen checked by Don Sweeney. Kept in at the line by Murphy. Murphy rolls it up. And Stevens wheeling in the zone. Stevens' pass is blocked. Gets it again. A shot. Caught by Andy Moog. 19th shot by Pittsburgh. It was Kevin Stevens drilling it. He can make plays and create his own opportunities.
A nice catch that was. Kevin Stevens' wrist shot. Watch 4 Bruins going to swarm all over him right here, up along the line. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 Bruins abreast. No one down below. Kind of deserted Andy Moog and Donnie Sweeney. Don Sweeney looking for a little solace there with him and Moog, just the 2 of us, Andy. Thank God Stevens decided to shoot it instead of making the play. Can't be chasing pucks out there.
Bruins have 6 shots in the second period, and the Penguins have 11. But it's the Bruins who have scored. Back from Murphy. Shot. Wide by Andy Moog. Kept in by Stevens. Looking for Lemieux. He's checked by Poulin. Poulin. Skriko. in the center ice, but Christian can't move with it. 35 seconds left in period number 2. Ray Bourque, tremendous on defense again, trying a long one by everybody. He thought that Christian would be breaking to the Penguin zone, and Dave Christian was coming back. So we have 25 seconds left and a face-off to the right of Andy Moog on a warm night at Boston Garden. Mike Milbury certainly has to be concerned with the heat and the fact that the Bruins are coming with just a day's rest.
Well, you've also got the emotion going for you, too, and you've got the grind. You know, you played every other day. The Bruins played in the stretches during the season when they had long runs at every other day. They played well. There's Mario Lemieux getting clipped again in the head. Got to be a tough way to play the game. Gets an awful lot of attention. So does Wayne Gretzky, Neely. I never had that problem. No one ever covered me.
Recchi out there against Neely. Neely gets the draw for Wesley. Around the boards. Murphy able to keep it in. Stevens looking for Lemieux. Now Recchi with it. Recchi hit by Bourque. Trying to get away. Behind the net, Stevens. It goes to the corner. Roberts there. Everybody up for Pittsburgh. Moog able to trap it at the side of the net with 5 seconds left in the second period. Boston in front by a score of 4-2, and the total shots for Pittsburgh 20, for Boston 15.
Mario Lemieux is already in the first 40, played 20 of them. Almost 20, 19 plus. Not bad, logging a little ice time out there, Mario.
Mario Lemieux will take the face-off with Dave Poulin. Mario looking at Phil Bourque, who's lined up, ready to try and get it.
Andy Moog wants a clear sight.
Phil Bourque gets it, and his shot blocked wide. Rolls in front, cleared away by the Bruins. It bounced nicely for the Bruins in those final 5 seconds after the Bourque shot was deflected wide. The score at the end of 2 periods, Boston 4 and Pittsburgh 2. Here's Gene Levanchi with tonight's second intermission.
All right, straight ahead, we'll have a conversation with former Silver Lake star and former Boston College star, Kevin Stevens of the Pittsburgh Penguins. And also, John Pearson will have his analysis of tonight's second period. It's all straight ahead when Boston Bruins hockey on TV 38 continues in just a moment. Two periods down, 1 to go in Game 1 of the Wales Conference Final. The Boston Bruins leading the Pittsburgh Penguins by the score of 4-2. He was a star at Silver Lake High School. He was a star at Boston College, and now he's a star in the National Hockey League. In fact, he has a goal tonight. Earlier tonight, we had a chance to talk with Kevin Stevens of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Kevin, kind of a homecoming for you tonight. Would you have to reserve half the building for family and friends tonight?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of family and friends here. It's great to be back. You kind of look at the playoffs and you look at the rounds, and I was hoping that Boston would win and we would win, and it works out that we're here tonight, and it's a big series, and hopefully we can just continue to play well.
Can coming home be kind of a detriment at all? You have all the family, you have all the friends. Is that a distraction to you at this point, or can you kind of put that out, seeing there's so much on the line?
Yeah, that's the thing. There is so much on the line. During the year, sometimes it's hard when you come in here because you play 80 games a year and you want to take care of your friends and your family. But right now, we're at a point of the year, there's only 4 teams left, and we think we've got a pretty good chance to do something here. So you don't want your friends and your family interfering with what you're here for. We're here to win hockey games, and that's the name of the game.
Breakthrough season for you this year, 40 goals, 86 points overall. What was the difference for you this year? Where did your success come from? Can you point to any one thing?
Well, probably the beginning of the year. When you have a good start, I had 6 points, I think, there the first game, so that kind of builds a little bit of confidence. And half this game is confidence, and when I got to a fast start there, it just kept building and building, and I was playing with some great players, and our team was going pretty well all year until, when Mario came back, we seemed to go even a little better there. So it's been a good season for me, but the biggest thing, our team's playing well, and that's what we want to do.
Was it kind of a blessing in a way not having Mario there for so long at the beginning of the season? Everybody had to pick up the slack a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. It kind of proved that, you want Mario to, obviously you want him in the lineup for 80 games, but he wasn't there, and it kind of proved that we're a pretty good hockey team without him, and we got enough guys in our locker room. If Mario goes down or they're covering Mario, if Mario's not having a big game, we can win hockey games. And I think from that point, Mario is happy too, because there's not as much pressure on him to be the number one. He's the number one guy, but he doesn't have to do it all by himself.
As far as facing the Bruins are concerned, you only played them 3 times during the course of the regular season. You had a win, you had a loss, you had a tie. How do you approach for this game, seeing you don't see them that much, and is there a little more film work involved? And based on what you've learned about them and know about them, what is the biggest concern in facing this team for you?
Well, the biggest concern is probably Andy Moog, the way he's been playing. He's playing great in goal, and our coach, we watch a lot of films anyways. Our coach is one of those old-timers that likes to watch films, and we have pretty long meetings on films and stuff like that. So we saw a lot of the Bruins games, and they're going to be tough. They work hard, especially in this building. They get great defense. They work hard, and their forwards, they rely on a couple of their forwards to score a lot of their goals. So if we can shut those guys down and, hopefully work hard ourselves. We don't want to change our game. If we start worrying about the Bruins, and we'll be out of our game, and we'll be in trouble. So it should be a pretty good series, and I'm really excited to get going.
Your team last year did not make the playoffs. Here you are this year. You're in the NHL's Final Four. How do you prevent the team from saying, hey, look, we've had a great year. We've made it this far. This is wonderful. How do you prevent kind of getting complacent, saying we've had a good year, it doesn't happen from here? How do you keep the eagerness?
Yeah, that's a good question. But our team has been like that all year. We've been at the point where, we always seem to be on the edge. We're in 3rd or 4th place here, and then we rose to the top of the division. So right now, I think we're not satisfied to be here. We think we can win this because there's 4 teams, and the Bruins got to be favored to win the Stanley Cup with the 4 teams that are left right now. But we feel that we can beat the Bruins, and I think everybody in our locker room, we have 25 guys going right now, and we feel that we got a good chance to win the Stanley Cup. And when you get this far, we had a tough series against New Jersey and a tough series against Washington. So, we don't want to take anything for granted. We worked hard to get here, and we just want to keep working all the way through it.
Final question for you quickly. You had 3 of the 4 game winners against the Caps. What's the secret to being in the right place at the right time?
I don't know. That was you might only get 6 or 7 game winners a year, and that was just one of those things where, one of the games in overtime, Mario was on a breakaway twice, and he got stopped, and I scored. So whenever Mario, he doesn't miss breakaways too often, and it's just one of those things where I got the chance. I was lucky enough to put the puck in the net and help our team win, and it's been great.
All right, Kevin Stevens, thanks for joining us, and best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Kevin Stevens, a class guy, and we'll be back with another class guy, our own John Pearson, when we continue after this timeout.
This is your brain on other stations. This is your brain on TV 38. Now, aren't you glad you're here and not there? Game 4 of the Wales Conference Championship. The Bruins battle the Penguins Tuesday at 7:30 on TV 38.
Can't clear it out. Intercepted by Bork. Bork moves it across in front. Bob Sweeney scores! Bob Sweeney gives the Bruins a 3-2 lead.
That was the go-ahead goal. The Boston Bruins taking the lead 3-2 at that point. Cam Neely scored another one. The Bruins with a 2-goal lead after 2. John Pearson joins us when we come back.
Shot. I made a lot of moves in my day, but the best move I ever made was to the Bay Bank card. Now with Express Check. It's the bank card that works like a check. Shouldn't you make your move to Bay Bank?
The Boston Bruins with a 4-2 lead after 2 periods of play in Game 1 of the Wales Conference Final from the Boston Garden. John Pearson back with us now, and John, the Bruins got to be very pleased with that period to get the 4-2 lead, and they were able to, for the most part, hold the defensive pressure on, and also, once again, big thanks to Mr. Andy Moog.
Well, it's nice to have Andy Moog in goal, but that was a good period, Gene. A little more wide open than I would like. I think what the Bruins have to concentrate a little bit on is slowing the game down a little bit, playing more positional hockey, but that was an excellent period. My friend, the telestrator, is now back in action, so we're going to go back to the first period, Gene. I want to just show the fans a little bit about the power play for the Pittsburgh Penguins. And right here, what we were going to talk about is the forwards, though, are very, very strong with Pittsburgh. They have Lemieux, Recchi, and Stevens, and what they try to do is filter down through here behind and take these defensemen with them. So these men are the very strong keys, the forwards for the Bruins, Poulin and Randy Burridge, because the Pittsburgh Penguins use the power play, the point man on the power play, an awful lot. And as we roll this through, you're going to watch Randy Burridge make a good play. He's going to slow down. Now we're going to hold it right there. They try as much as possible to get these defensemen down in this position so their good forwards can work in this area here by dropping it back to the point men to start the power play. And as we roll this through, you're going to watch Burridge just intercept a nice little backhand pass. They sometimes don't look. But here's the big play for this hockey game right here. Barrasso tried to clear it out of his own end, and as he did that, the Pittsburgh Penguins were moving in this direction. Raymond Bourque, as he does so many, many times, makes the big play, reaches up for the clearing pass, and he lets it just drop to his feet and starts the Bruins in great action. Now, this is the big play right here. The choice of who to pass it to. Rajicka was here. He had Sweeney all by himself over here, but he chose to go this way for one reason. This defenseman was here, and he wanted to trap him to allow Sweeney the opportunity to come in front unprotected. If he had gone this way, Sweeney would have had to come back over here to Rajicka, and it would have made it a more difficult play. And as we roll this through, watch the nice little soft pass. Here comes Sweeney in front. And this guy, when he gets in front, knows what to do with it, slips it under the arm of Barrasso, and that was a very big goal for the Bruins. Now, this was a controversial play, but we want to show you right here. Bob Sweeney's done a great job on this guy. Two big guys battling each other. But we're going to roll this slowly. Watch the left skate now of Lemieux right there. The motion towards the net was the reason that the referee called the goal back. If he had not moved that left skate towards the goal, it would have counted, but it was a good call by the referee. Now we want to show you this great Neely shot here. This is Cam Neely now. He's faking the slap shot. What does that do to Barrasso? He starts to come out, but he also starts to go down. Now, as we roll this through, watch the fake here, right there. Neely holds the puck. Look at Barrasso. He's gone down, and Neely just slips it underneath the backhand glove. Beautiful play by Neely, and it was a 4-2 period for the Bruins. And I'll tell you, Gene, the Bruins have shown at least one thing in this game. They can put the puck in the net when given the opportunities.
Tell you what, they're matching them stride for stride. Actually, they're doubled them as far as the offensive category goes. John, thank you very much. Good stuff as always. Right now, we're just about set for the call of tonight's third period. So once again, let's throw it back upstairs to Fred Cusick and Derek Sanderson.
Okay, it is 4-2 for Boston, and a big third period coming up. What about weariness?
Weariness could be a factor. I think the Bruins got to feel pretty good about themselves. What we do not want to see is they protect that lead. John mentioned bring the game back to a defensive mode, more or less. And if you do that, fine. But don't stop skating. Don't stop playing the puck. Don't stop taking the body. Don't start thinking out there, standing still. The Bruins continue skating and play a little more tighter checking game. Okay, fine. And the Bruins can afford to be patient. But patient, when a coach says that to you in the locker room, you tend to think patient means slow down or procrastinate or wait. What it means is just be patient. Force them in at your own time, at your own pace.
We're thinking about that period and Ulf Samuelsson, and I don't think I saw him. Either he missed a couple of shifts, he's sitting on the bench, he's injured. I don't know. We'll see. Starting on defense, Murphy and Roberts. And Murphy is he should list his position as fourth forward. That's the way he plays. Here comes Lemieux. Over the line, still going, blocked. And Wesley slides it right up. And Burridge breaks. Burridge over the line, drops it for Bob Sweeney. Back for Burridge in front. Duras can't get it. Beautiful passing. Bob Sweeney, Burridge, and Duras could not quite connect in front.
Peter Duras almost tips this home. This is just a matter of getting your stick, the blade of the stick, on the puck. Excellent move by Burridge, the drop pass, the give and go. He gets it back. Great return, quick play by Sweeney. Duras just can't shovel it home.
And he had position on the veteran Roberts.
Bob Sweeney, what we talk about a lot of times is move the puck quickly and you catch people. If he had held it for one stride, the defenseman would have broken that play up. He never moved it quickly and sent Burridge in alone. Slid it to Duras, but that's where you got to move it.
So Gillen is out for Pittsburgh now, more a defensive specialist, but the scorers are there, Recchi and Lemieux. Roberts drives it in.
You know, you have Bob Sweeney out there on Mario Lemieux, who just decides to go anywhere in the building he so desires. Now,
Here's a break. 3-on-2. Bob Sweeney with Duras. Off for Burridge. Burridge, the shot. Just blocked wide. And with it, Murphy. In the center ice. Recchi gets it away, and over the line comes Phil Bourque. Barreling in. Got the shot. That is blocked by Moe. He didn't get good wood on it, but he moved into position for the shot with sheer driving power.
They haven't blown the whistle yet.
Kevin Stevens and Phil Bourque have made incredible power rushes.
What Phil Bourque does here is a good body move. He throws a check while carrying the puck, which is not an easy thing to do. Watch Phil Bourque as he throws the body check into Ray Bourque right there. Try to hit him off the puck and still go for it. Ray Bourque, unfortunately, great bounce, stayed with it. Peter Duras got away with a little cross check facing the boards. There he is. Ray Bourque stayed with him, a little hook, and he just loses that at the end. Gets popped for his trouble. Pretty good.
You want to name an underrated player? Phil Bourque.
Oh, no doubt about it. One of the most underrated in the league. You've got Bob Sweeney out there on Lemieux. Makes things rather confusing for your line mates. The line mates tend to get a little preoccupied and end up playing kind of a 4-on-4 style with a floater out there.
Wrong about Samuelson. He's out there, so he did have a regular shift, but I think they maybe double shifted Murphy looking for offense. It is back. Taglianetti, a shot missed. Samuelson presses to keep it in. Bruins may get some breakouts. Taglianetti able to keep it in on the boards. It goes deep to Francis. Francis watched by Galley. Stevens there. Don Sweeney. Joe Mullen lurking. And in front, just knocked away by Neely. He just got it in time as they got it out towards Mullen. Taglianetti, a shot. Rebound, the save, loose. Backhanded by Francis, a save by Moe. The Bruins are standing around in their zone. It is Boston 4, Pittsburgh 2, back in a moment.
I think what we had there is a classic case of the Bruins making a call that is solely the officials. I think there was someone read a hand pass, Pittsburgh player to player, so they kind of hovered around the puck, stood around, waited for Pittsburgh to touch it to get the face-off outside, and no call. They almost got burned.
Draw to Galley. Janney won the face-off. There's a goal and 2 assists. Bruins clear it out, and Kevin Stevens, who has scored a goal. That's it to Francis. Francis to Joe Mullen. Mullen, check. Janney gets it out. Nyland rushing. Clears it in the corner. Janney, Neely, and Nyland, the Boston line. Neely right in on Taglianetti. Can't get it. Taglianetti gets it away to his Kevin Stevens. Up now for Samuelson. Samuelson, check. At the defense. Puck is cleared out by Nyland. Center ice. Stevens winding up. Drops it for Mullen. Mullen pass deflected to the corner. Don Sweeney moving it up and out. Bruins sitting back a little.
And a lot of it, I think, is Pittsburgh swarming the puck, too. Pittsburgh is passing it to each other and just moving it quickly.
Here comes Mullen in the center ice, left wing, over the line. On Janney pulls him down. And it's a power play for Pittsburgh. A complete pull down by Craig Janney, no question about that, as Joe Mullen broke on the left wing side.
I tell you what.
Boston 4, Pittsburgh 2, back in a moment.
Well, before I was so rudely interrupted by a commercial, Craig Janney certainly surprised Joey Mullen with the physical play. Say, okay, you want to get by me? Fine. There's a little elbow in the head. It's out. Take it. Joey Mullen, what are you doing?
And the draw is back to Murphy along the line with Young. Young fires, misses. Rebound is Murphy's, keeps it in. Recchi intercepted, though, and Wesley fires it out.
What amazes me, Fred, is that these Pittsburgh defense, they seem to read a lot of things. They keep an awful lot of hard shots that missed the net in. They stay on that blue line for the longest time.
Lemieux puts it in front, just knocked away. There's Murphy, the defenseman, way in deep. Back covering for him, Recchi. Recchi pass to Lemieux. Lemieux intercepted by Burridge. Burridge kills time. Gets it over the line for a shot wide of Tom Barrasso. 1:20 left. Pittsburgh power play. Young starting it. He has played just on the power play. Scott Young out of St. Mark's, Boston University. Lemieux moves it in. Moog traps it. Tries to clear it. Burridge hit on the boards. Pins it. A battle.
Here's where it's dangerous. 2 Bruins down low.
Lemieux gets it. Lemieux near the net. Blocked by Bork. Goes wide. Kept in by Young, who pitches in. His pass up. Stopped by Bork. Bork up the boards. Poulin able to clear it out for Burridge. Burridge rushes on Murphy. Looks for a trailer. Gives it to Bork. Bork fakes. Goes deep. And kills time by moving it back to the Boston zone, where Bob Sweeney locks it. Clears it. 34 seconds left. Pittsburgh power play. They're 6. They're 1 for 5. Puck kept in by Jágr. Jágr moves it deep. Bork there. A tireless Ray Bork able to clear it out. Barrasso out of the net. Bob Sweeney moving on it. Penguins trying to move. Christian knocked it away. Slowing things down. 10 seconds on the power play. Jágr for Francis. Francis broken up. It is clear all the way to Barrasso. And the Bruins kill off the power play. 5 minutes played. Third period. 4-2 Boston. Back comes Jágr. Tries to go it alone. It floats into Moog. Moog moves it up. Rajicka was checked. Moves it back to Moog. Moog clears it up. Not out. It's back in deep. Moog blocks it behind the net for Galley. Moved up. Not out. Samuelsson fires one block. Neely covers it. Neely has 2 goals. This will be icing. Samuelsson back for it on the clear by Neely. Boston 4. Pittsburgh 2. Back in a moment. Bruins without a shot. As we look at the banners up there for the Boston Bruins, without a shot in period number 3. They're still at 15. And 24 for Pittsburgh, so they have 4, helped by the power play. Trottier out there.
Well, you don't want that. So that is indicative of them trying to sit on it, or at least Pittsburgh not giving them much of a chance to do anything else.
Quick pass in front, shot by Jágr, and it's blocked wide by Andy Moog. And the Bruins ice it, as again Pittsburgh has a chance. 14-19 left off the face-off. A bid there. Jágr in front. Cam Neely with 2 goals. Rajicka 3 assists. Craig Janney a goal and 2 assists. Joe Mullen, Kevin Stevens scoring for Pittsburgh. Bob Sweeney put the Bruins in front. 3:23 of period number 2.
Mike Milbury's made a change. Gave Christian out on the face-off.
Christian, Trottier got it, and a save by Moog. From a difficult angle. A long clear out. Here comes Neely. Coming up is Christian. Puts it in front, and Christian was covered all the way by Erie. A good defensive player for Pittsburgh. Penguins break it out. Jágr gains the line. Passes across. Murphy can't get it. He does at the right point now. Fires one that deflects home. And Erie might have tipped it home on the drive by Murphy to make it 4-3.
Well, you can see this coming a long way off. Boston, really Pittsburgh in desperation, throwing everything at the net. Swarming all over the puck. One guy back, not many people, but not getting it out. This is too soft. There's that point of the Pittsburgh defense staying on that blue line a long time. There's a tip shot.
That's Erie, the defensive player, but in good position.
Pittsburgh going to open this game wide open, boy. They're going to have this game. Caution to the wind.
Just prior to that, Murphy was like a 4th forward.
Sure
he moves up on the attack. He was in deep, but he moved back to his right point position, covered, and he fired it. Erie deflected it.
What they tend to do is they tend to get you thinking that, you know, you've got to move it quick. You can't handle it. Right there, Erie just nothing Moog to do about that. Those goals go in all the time. But I tell you, it's hit and miss timing.
And the Wales Conference Finals continue Friday here at Boston Garden. Game time 7:30, and it will be seen on NESN. NESN will also carry Sunday's Game 3 from Pittsburgh. The next Bruins-Pittsburgh game on TV 38 will be next Tuesday, Game 4 at 7:30. A big goal by Pittsburgh. A lot of time left. Not much attack for Boston.
No, they got to go get some shots.
And the Bruins, Wesley starts it out. Wesley over the line with Janney. Janney trying to clear it in deep. Block. Penguins fire it out. Wesley gets it. Up for Janney. Cross for Neely. Neely trying to cut in. Can't on Samuelson. Wheels it to the corner. Janney with it. Behind the net. Bob Sweeney hit by Phil Bourque. Down goes Phil Bourque. Recchi gets it now. Starts it for Phil Bourque, who's back up. Drills it in. Around the boards, Recchi and Wesley. Recchi takes the hit, gives it to Phil Bourque, looking for Lemieux in front. It's knocked to the corner, and Janney starts it out. Janney with Neely, just a two-man rush, though. Janney trying to cut in and try to go through the defense himself. It didn't work. Back comes Kevin Stevens. He has a goal tonight. Gives it to Lemieux. Lemieux quickly checked. Able to get it again. Stopped by Don Sweeney. Out for Janney. Janney is broken up. It is cleared off on the left for Kevin Stevens. Stevens goes deep with that speed. Turns the net. Drops it, and the Bruins intercept. Janney back out. And Mike Milbury wants a line change. Pittsburgh 26 shots. Boston a total of 15. Nearing the 8-minute mark of the third period. 4-3 Boston. Galley looking for Squeako. Squeako over the line. Broken up. Joey Mullen back with Francis. Broken up. Puck goes loose again, and over the line comes Stevens. Check from behind. Puck goes to Poulin. Poulin breaks 3-on-2 with Christian. Christian keeps it in near the net. Poulin can't put it on net. Galley trying to cut right in. Gets it to Christian. It's blocked. And the Penguins break it out.
There's what you want.
Clearing in. But the Bruins fail to get a shot on. They haven't had a shot in the period. At center ice, Taglianetti gets the loose puck and clears it back at the Boston end. A warm night, a tiring evening. A tense struggle now. Boston protecting a 4-3 lead. Don Sweeney. Poulin check. Took the hit. A hard one from Samuelson. And back comes Erie. Erie with Yager. And a penalty coming up on Boston. Yager puts it in front. Christian touches it. 7th power play for Pittsburgh.
Dave Poulin.
It is Boston 4. Pittsburgh 3. Back in a moment.
Dave Poulin retaliated. 2 big checks were thrown at Poulin that shift. Right here, Samuel, he sees him coming, so he braces him for that. The elbow awful high. Got away with it, but right here, Poulin sees Samuelson, who interferes with him. They just give him a little rough up. Then Samuelson, of course, acts like, oh my God, he stabbed me with something. Got the call, got the desired reaction from Andy Van Hellemond. But Poulin's got to keep that stick to himself. He knows that.
1 for 6 on the power play. This is their 7th. Recchi. Murphy. Shot. Blocked in front by Bourque. And cleared away by Wesley. And Mike Milbury's had to depend upon key men, using them a lot, and that has been tiring. With the 2 penalties here in the third period. Here comes Recchi. Lemieux. Back for Recchi. Recchi keeps it in at the point. Up for Lemieux. Back for Murphy. Shot wide. Lemieux gets it. Murphy again. Over to Young. Shot in front. Blocked by Bourque. For Burridge and the clear.
You're right, Fred. Not enough bodies been used early in the early sledding. Hard pressed if this ever went to overtime.
Recchi clears in. Moog traps it. Can't clear it. Battle near the net. Don Sweeney. 3 Penguins there. Lemieux digs it free. Trip on Don Sweeney, and that'll nullify the power play. 52 seconds left on the Pittsburgh power play, but now it is nullified. It is 4-3 Boston. Back in a moment. Stevens for tripping. Don Sweeney. The goals, Mullen and Stevens for Pittsburgh.
Well, they call it holding right here. Donnie Sweeney going away. See, the clip on the arm, the lock on the hand, I think, is Don Sweeney caused him to lose his balance. Took a little bit of a dive. But drew the call, so evens it up with the Samuelson one.
Yager out there with Phil Bourque. Over the line, looking for Yager. Yager cuts, moves in. Andy Moog makes as good a save as you will see. Yager turned, Don Sweeney cut right in, and Moog made the stop.
You're right, too. As good as you're going to see. Not as spectacular. Certainly not as pretty as some of the ones that Moog has made tonight. Cheer in the crowd. Celtics in the lead. But right here, Andy Moog gets the right leg on it. Pops it up to his shoulder. Ooh. Yager's kind of talking to himself. What a great hockey player he's going to be.
Is.
Well, is, right. But even greater. He is really good now. He is going to be great.
He is out there with, that is Yager, with Francis, Murphy, and Roberts. And the Bruins haven't had a shot in the third period. They'll be coming on a power play if they can hold off this attack of Yager and Francis. Boston goals by Janney, 2 by Neely, 1 by Bob Sweeney, Mullen and Stevens for Pittsburgh, and Erie. Shot and a save on Murphy, who drilled it on Andy Moog. Out comes Bob Sweeney. Gives it to Don Sweeney, going deep. Don Sweeney rolls it around the boards. Francis going for it. Starting the play in 20 seconds. The Bruins, the puck right near the net, but Barrasso able to cover it. In deep, Bob Sweeney battling for it with Yager. Kept in by Neely. Can't move with it. And Bob Sweeney battling hard. Pittsburgh gets it to Francis. That was Yager eluding Bob Sweeney's tight coverage. This one to Yager. Again over the line. The shot and the save by Andy Moog. For Galley. For Neely. Now for Janney. Power play Boston. Janney lost it at the line. Yager, or rather Ruzicka, was hit by Neely. Francis back. Short-handed. Flips it in the Boston zone. 48 seconds left on the Boston power play. 8:40 left in this period. The Bruins haven't had a shot. Ruzicka gets one now. It is blocked. The follow-up by Bourque. Keeps it in for Janney. Janney for Neely. He missed it. It wasn't easy to handle. It rolls all the way to Moog. Moog with Gillen on him. Leaves it for Bourque. 20 seconds of the Boston power play. Shots of 30. Pittsburgh, 15 Boston. Ruzicka drifting through. Got by one man, Taglianetti, but couldn't complete it. And the puck goes to the Boston line. Boy, Ruzicka makes a non-move, slides right through. Over the line comes Ruzicka. Flips it for Bourque. Bourque kept it in. Wesley stopping, cutting for Bourque. Shot, save. That's the first by the Bruins on Barrasso with 7:51 left here in the third period, and Barrasso makes the stop and no rebound.
He has no idea where he is. Went into the stands. Linesman referee looking for the puck.
Stay tuned for tonight's post-game show for the TV38 McDonald's Road to the Stanley Cup drawing. Heavy hit there by Samuelson on Neely. Gene Levanchi will announce the winners of a pair of tickets to the Bruins' next playoff game. Find out how to become eligible to win tickets to future playoff games. Cam Neely, 2 goals tonight.
Right here, Ruzicka reaching for the puck. Cam Neely really couldn't get out of the way. A little bit of a collision.
The draw to the Penguins. Roberts looking for Murphy. It's blocked by Poulin. Poulin in front. Shot, score! Christian! Christian from Poulin to make it 5-3.
Boy, I tell you, that Pittsburgh defense can be sloppy. They can really bail out on the forwards, leave them. They turn and curl, and then they lose it. Bruins pounce on it. Dave Poulin finds Christian. They have absolutely no concept of defense. Right here, Murphy's just kind of running around. Nobody in front of the net for Dave Christian. Tom Barrasso, they're going to say Tom Barrasso didn't play a great game, didn't play as well as Mode. You cannot leave people of National Hockey League caliber in front of the net like that. Look at this.
Skriko steals, shoots, and a save by Barrasso. Skriko walking in on that one. And the Bruins are up 5-3. 7:27 left in the third period. Ray Bourque around the boards, clears it out. Samuelson with it. At center ice, Taglianetti gets it to Stevens. Over the line, broken up by Don Sweeney and cleared out. No icing, they say.
Long enough, no attempt to get it.
Dave Christian, series goal number 7. Bob Sweeney breaks it up, starts it back, over the line, cuts in, is in, and couldn't finish it off as he broke through the defense. Christian from Poulin to make it 5-3. The Penguins clear. Back goes Galley. Takes the hit. Bob Sweeney checked by Francis. Duras trying to move it out. And it's kicked out by Bob Sweeney. Bob Sweeney intercepts a Penguin pass of Roberts. Clears it in the Penguin zone. 6:25 left. Bruins with 2 shots in this period, and the second one went in. Christian wide open. In the center ice, a breakaway Burridge all alone. Blocked by Barrasso. Bob Sweeney moves in for it. Now for Duras. Duras behind the net, battling. Dugout for Phil Bourque. He clears it, stopped by Galley, and driven back in. Dave Christian making it 5-3. Phil Bourque broken up as he tried to move. This clear by Roberts will be icing on Pittsburgh. Boston 5, Pittsburgh 3. Back in a moment.
Randy Burridge had an opportunity. Came in out alone. I think it caught from behind it. Murphy, very quick. Nice poke check here. Up she goes, Duras to Burridge. Now he's in. Goes to the center of the net. Really kind of gets bothered. Arms. Murphy stick up under his arms. Never got good wood on it. Pittsburgh, too many men on the ice penalty. Bob Johnson, twice that's happened to him tonight.
Boston leads 5-3, 2 goals by Cam Neely, a goal by Janney and 2 assists. Rajicka 3 assists. Bob Sweeney a score and Dave Christian a score. Boston with a power play with 5:42 left. Bruins with only 2 shots in the third period, but one of them's a goal.
One of them's a beauty, Poulin to Christian. Just a great goal.
For the Penguins, they've had 10 shots. At the right point, Ray Bourque keeps it in. In the Skriko off to Janney. Familiar position for Janney. Wesley sneaking up. He gives it to Neely. Oh, what a powerful shot. And Barrasso made the stop. Neely backed out deeper than usual. Neely trying to move in. Hits Samuelson. He's hurt. Samuelson hurt. Maybe he hurt his hand again.
I think he did jammed his hand.
Boy, Neely was coming with force. Wesley now, the clear in. Neely going for it. In deep, Skriko has trouble. Gets it to Janney. Janney to Skriko. Still battling for it. Janney, Skriko back to Bourque. Bourque fakes. Wesley. His shot goes wide. I think he was trying for a pass.
He was.
Janney with it. Janney holding on the boards. In the Skriko, gets it back. Now can set up. Pittsburgh in that box, though. Gets it out to Neely. Neely to Skriko. Waits. And Barrasso, he can't lift it. Barrasso makes the stop. What a great play as Neely faked and then passed off to Skriko. He was in a little too tight.
I know what he did. I think the fake fooled Petri Skriko as much as it fooled everybody else in the building. Skriko was facing Neely, not facing the net. He wanted to make the play across to Wesley. Barrasso fortunately had his arm there. Right there, the man you love to hate if you're a Bruins fan, or if you're his opponent. Samuelson coming up on Neely.
That's a lot of guts by Samuelson.
Oh, yeah. You try to take Neely.
Boston leads 5-3. The last goal, Dave Christian from Dave Poulin. 4:28 left, third period. 47 seconds left on this Boston power play. Bourque and Wesley still out there. Yanni is waved out, but Neely's taken a ton of faceoffs. Francis and Neely. Won by Francis. Now for Roberts. He starts it out. Center ice. Let's try to get a power play going. Penguins get it. Murphy pass up block. And Bourque breaks it out. Maybe trapping Murphy. Going with it, Rajicka. Over the line. Shot. Save! Barrasso, a beauty. Murphy, with his team shorthanded, is trapped again.
I don't know, Larry Murphy, I'd work on him all night long. He has no concept of defense out there at all. Then again, you're down a couple of goals. Want to go a little bit offensive. You got to take the odd chance. Rajicka goes wrist shot. Barrasso gets to see it. I don't know. I'd like to have seen Ray Bourque carry that all the way and make the late play. Raymond a little tired.
He's probably dropping about 10 pounds tonight. Face off to the right. Pittsburgh Penguins. Off to Wesley. Still the power play for Bourque. Way in. Shot. Scores! Raymond Bourque. A snapshot.
What a great shot. Tom Barrasso went down too early. But in all fairness to Barrasso, he was screened, I believe. Too many bodies in front of him. Watch Bourque hold on to this. Wait and pick his spot.
A great wrist shot.
Ray Bourque's got to be up there on the all-time list. Right here. What a wrist shot that was. Barrasso screened by Poulin.
Another power play goal for Boston. They're 2 for 6. Pittsburgh 1 for 7. Pittsburgh offside at the Boston line. Boston 6, Pittsburgh 3. Back in a moment. The goal by Ray Bourque, Glenn Wesley, and Dave Christian assist. A power play goal for Boston at 16:02. 3:49 left. Third period. First game of the series. Boston in front 6-3. Mario Lemieux. He has 1 assist tonight on Stevens' goal that made it 2-1. A devastating passing play by Pittsburgh.
Tell you what, it's been an excellent job by Bob Sweeney. He's going to get famous if he keeps this up.
And this one shot in by Francis, and Andy Moog ties it up. When all is said and done, Andy Moog, the #1 star.
Yeah, you could get to that decision real easy. He made some spectacular saves. Then again, that's what you get paid for.
Joey Mullen, he summers on the Cape every
Yes.
summer, so you'd say, gee, another local guy, right?
Loves his golf.
Chatham. He scored the first goal from Phil Bourque. And the Boston Bruins Alumni Association commemorating its 1970 Stanley Cup Championship 1990 reunion with a poster called 20 Years Later. And the poster available, sending $5 donation to Boston Bruins Alumni, 150 Causeway Street, Boston, Mass. 02114. Proceeds benefit the Bruins Alumni Charities. 3:28 left, 6-3 Boston. Raymond Bourque is still out there. Tireless, the word?
Well, no, once you're used to it. May as well keep it up.
Here comes Francis. A lead for Stevens. Stevens lets it go. Right pad save. Stevens goes down. Puck kept in now, intercepted by Bork and cleared out. Batted around. Stevens trying to move it over the line with Mullen. Stop. Don Sweeney. And the clear in by Skriko. Teams are at full strength. The total shots 32 for Pittsburgh, 22 for Boston. 2:45 left. Period number 3. Cam Neely trying to come out of the zone, couldn't handle it. He has 2 goals tonight for the Bruins, 14 overall in the series. Puck bounces nicely to Wesley, who's on with Hammond. Hammond gets it out. Neely. Drive, saved by Barrasso. That's the shot that scored against Patrick Roy from the same position. And full credit to Derek Sanderson, who said, from game 1, Roy looked shaky. And did you ever hit that right correctly? Out comes Recchi. Recchi rushing, 2 minutes left. Goes deep on Hammond. Puts it in front. Knocked away. Bruins can't clear it out. Burridge now just able to squeak it out.
There we go. Bruins got to play some defense here.
Loney knocks it over the line, and out of the net comes Moog to Neely to clear. Softly. 1:40 left. 6-3 Boston. Roberts fires in. Don Sweeney trying to wrap it out. Bruins get it. Carry it out. Janney. Flipped it in. Doris hustles in. As the Bruins try to keep it in that zone. Penguins break it out. Murphy, who looks like a forward all the time. Yager. Check. Kept in. Yager, a backhander, a save. The rebound! Another save on Erie by Andy Moog. 34 shots. Beaten on 3, never had a chance, but he made 2 there.
The Bruins got 6. You give Moog 5 saves of this caliber. Yager's got to figure out what do I have to do to beat this man. Now Erie's going to have to think about it. Tremendous second effort. Bruins diving all over the building, but Andy Moog there.
In the third period, Pittsburgh, with a goal by Erie, pulled within 1, 4-3. A big score, though. Poulin setting up Christian, 5-3. Then Ray Bork snapping one home on a power play, 6-3. And Andy Moog doing his thing. Here's Erie again, off for Murphy. Shot trickles wide, deflected. Erie keeps it in. Yaga with it. Yaga wheeling. Poulin grabs him and gets away with that. Talk about a tackle.
Well, what he wants to do, I think Van Halleman just wants to get this game over with.
Icing call.
Obviously, the Bruins are going to win. Van Halleman figures, I'll just let this go. Andy Moog does not deserve a power play against him at this point. Boston Bruins have abandoned Moog on occasion. A little fatigue on their part, a little rustiness on the part of the Penguins. Not playoff hockey, as Fred mentioned. Goaltender is forced to make some saves at both ends of the building. Andy Moog, much the better night. And therefore, you got the Bruins with the big win in the opening game. And Pittsburgh had better go back to their drawing board and come up with a little bit tighter defensive plan.
Hammond gets the Murphy shot, and Christian makes the clear. Racing for it, Skriko and Roberts. Batted around. Murphy checked by Poulin. Poulin in deep, fighting for it. Still battles, gets it. Christian. Skriko. And the backhander is deflected wide. Poulin with it. Rides it in deep. 20 seconds left in the game. Total shots 34-23 for Pittsburgh. In this period, 14-8 Pittsburgh. Stevens has scored a goal. That's it over the line. 8 seconds left. The play is called offside. Cheers for the Bruins. They started a bit slowly in a non-playoff type game, but backstopped by Moog, who said they don't have an offense. And there is Raymond Bork.
Here's what you got to feel maybe a little bit of what happened was that the Penguins played so well against Washington. In the last three games, they allowed only 3 goals. So they're getting the goaltending. They're playing good, sound defense. And they had a week off to think about it.
A salute to Andy Moog, number 35. And well they might, as he made 31 saves tonight. Stoned a lot of close-in shots by Pittsburgh. We're looking at Kevin Stevens, who over the first 2 periods had 4 shots, had scored a goal. But it is Andy Moog and the Bruins with a good offense. And the final score of Boston 6 and Pittsburgh 3. Derek and I will be right back with the Delta recap.
I made a lot of moves in my day, but the best move I ever made was to the Bay Bank card. Now with Express Check. It's the bank card that works like a check. Shouldn't you make your move to Bay Bank?
The Bay Bank Bruins Award. Tonight, nobody did it better than Cam Neely. At 15:35 of the second period, with the Bruins ahead 3-2, Craig Janney with the nifty play. He sets up Cam Neely. Watch the great fake by Neely, then the wrist shot through the 5-hole of Tom Barrasso. It proved to be the game-winning goal. In recognition of this outstanding performance, Bay Bank will donate a check for $100 in the name of Cam Neely to the United Way. Bay Bank, nobody does it better. This Boston Bruins recap is brought to you by Delta Airlines. We love to fly, and it shows. Here once again, Fred Cusick and Derek Sanderson.
Okay, Gene, we figured the Bruins might be tired in the third period. No way, even though Pittsburgh came back and closed it to 4-3. It was a big goal by Christian.
Well, it was scary at that point, 4-3. You're looking at Andy Moog making some big saves all night long, so Pittsburgh had their chances, so their heads aren't going to be down. What scares me is the Bruins sat on a 2-goal lead, came up with no shots for almost 11, 12 minutes, and then then Christian got his goal. I mean, that was a big goal, the goal, and that was the difference. I think that's what really put the cooler on Pittsburgh.
It really sums up the game because you talked about the Pittsburgh defense, and they had Murphy and they had Roberts out there, and you'll see Poulin. Well, describe it here as we're going to look at it.
Well, we're going to maybe get a look at it here. I think it's coming up, but you have Dave Poulin, reads the play real well, and as the puck is kind of slipping around, down there's one guy going around behind the net. Poulin goes in and steals it, and then curls back. Beats everyone. So when he steals the puck, no one picks up. Look at 3 Penguins, 4 of them counting Barrasso, within a yard of the goal crease, but nobody picked up Dave Christian. I mean, that is just nightmares for a goaltender and coaches. Bob Johnson cannot be happy with a performance like that.
Well, you keep talking about Harry Sinden's trades. How about the one Christian for Bob Joyce with Washington and Dave Christian? A great season, second leading scorer on the team. And then in the playoffs, that's number 7. Big goal.
That's a very big goal. Dave Christian, very patient player. He skated well tonight. Kind of a quiet, silent Sam, kind of an unsung hero. Just keeps on plugging away. He's like the Mississippi River. He just keeps on flowing. And, you know, he's getting his goals here and there, and they're big goals that Christian gets. And when you got the Penguins really thought that they could come out in the third period, I firmly believe that they thought they could come out, swarm all over the Bruins, they'd collapse and they'd win. I still don't think that they thought they would lose this hockey game. And I think that, unfortunately, they think they played well. And they did. The forwards played well. The defense didn't do anything defensively. They left Barrasso solely on his own.
And you look at the Bruins, the big, powerful forwards who can score. Ruzicka, 3 assists, Janney, 2 goals and an assist, and Cam Neely, 2 goals. The Bruins need that production, and they got it.
Well, the goal from Janney was a big one because, you know, Pittsburgh, they were storming. They were coming. Janney answers with a quick little backhand play. That kind of quelled things for a little bit. Pittsburgh breaks out again. Boston responds. And then Neely kind of took over and made things started to happen with him in the driver's seat. Ruzicka wisely moved the puck. He moved it quickly. He moves it often. Bob Sweeney's goal was a beauty. And then the Bruins started to be very, very happy and very confident about their ability to score. That's the case, then the Bruins are going to be a concern. I mean, the Pittsburgh Penguins are going to have their hands full. The Boston Bruins start scoring with them.
Boston with a 3-goal victory, 6-3. Here's Gene.
All right, Fred, Derek, thank you very much. Time for us right now to select our Budweiser Player of the Game and a whole host of candidates for this honor tonight. But we have decided to select from the Boston Bruins, Vladimir Ruzicka. Vladimir had 3 assists tonight, an outstanding game overall for the Boston Bruins. So, Vladimir Ruzicka, for all you do, this Bud's for you. We have to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have much more, so stay with us as Bruins Hockey on TV 38 continues in just a moment. Boston Bruins with a 6-3 win tonight over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Time now for us to announce our McDonald's TV 38 Road to the Stanley Cup winner. A pair of tickets, Game 2 on Friday night, goes to Lori Sullivan of Lowell, Massachusetts. She'll be going to Game 2. And if you'd like a chance to win a pair of tickets to a Bruins playoff game or a chance to win the grand prize of a trip to the Stanley Cup Finals, all you have to do is write your name on a postcard and send it off to the TV 38 McDonald's Road to the Stanley Cup contest, Box 380, Boston, Massachusetts. Pleased to be joined by Cam Neely now. Had a pair of goals tonight. And, Cam, you guys took the offense to the team that was supposed to have all of the offense.
Well, it's something that, you know, when they play as wide open as they do, there's going to be a little bit more chances than we're used to, so we got to capitalize on it.
All right, we're going to take a look now at your second goal, which proved to be the game winner tonight. Tell us what was going on here. Great play by Craig Janney.
Yeah, Craig, you know, he's getting tripped up, but he looks and sees, you know, Rosie and myself busting down the far side, and Rosie just tipped it as it went through. And I gave Brasso a little fake here, so he opened up his legs for me, which was nice.
That was a gorgeous fake. A lot of people were expecting you guys to come out a little bit flat tonight, and perhaps in the first period you were a little bit. Was it a case where you were glad to get out of the first period to even it to, you kind of get back into the flow of things, and you took it from there?
Yeah, it's something that, you know, we definitely wanted to get out of the first even. I mean, we were down a little bit. It was a tough series against Montreal, but, you know, we didn't want to use that as any kind of an excuse. So, you know, after the first, we kind of regrouped and got back to playing our game.
Now you get the first one out and a comfortable 6-3 win. What's the philosophy now heading into Game 2? You clearly sent a message to them.
Well, we can't give anything less than we gave tonight, maybe a little bit more. I mean, they're going to come out hard. They lost the first game of their last series against Washington, so they're going to come out hungry. They want to get one here, and we don't want to let it happen.
In fact, they lost the first game of both their series to New Jersey and to Washington. They went on to win both those series. As far as Andy Moe goes, again, he's just been spectacular. You can't say enough about his play. Another 31 saves tonight.
Well, we got to start giving him a little bit of a hand. I mean, he has been playing great for us. You know, we sit back, we get the lead, we sit back, and they get one, and then we make it a little tough on ourselves. And Andy's there to help us out, but, you know, we got to start helping him out a little bit more.
We're going to take a look at Andy Moe's save right now. How much do you think the Penguins are saying to themselves, hey, we've never been here before, we're just kind of glad to be here? Couple that with the fact that Andy Moe is playing red hot, and they're probably talking to themselves right now. They really have to be questioning things as they head into Game 2.
Well, I mean, with saves like that, you know, you certainly talk to yourself. I've been there before. But, you know, we want to get on them as quick as possible and get on top of their D and create some chances for ourselves to hopefully frustrate them a little bit. And, you know, you're right, they haven't been here before, and it's something that, you know, we feel we can get on them, and hopefully, you know, they're probably a little bit nervous, as are we, but we've been here a little bit before, and I think it's you know, experience is certainly going to help us.
All right, Cam Neely, thank you very much for joining us again, Cam, with 2 goals tonight. That is going to do it for us. Once again, the final score, Game 1, the Boston Bruins 6 and the Pittsburgh Penguins 3. For Fred Cusick, Derek Sanderson, John Pearson, Cam Neely, and all of us here at TV 38, I'm Gene Levanchi. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night, everybody. Boston Bruins Hockey on TV 38 has been brought to you in part by the 9X Yellow Pages. If it's out there, it's in here. By Budweiser, the king of beers. Remember, know when to say when. By your participating New England Dodge dealers. Come see what we're made of. By your local participating McDonald's restaurants for good food and good value. By Baybank, introducing the card with new Express Check. Now you can shop by check without writing a check. And by New England Telephone. We're the one for you, New England. New England Telephone. Join us again next Tuesday night for Game 4 of the Wales Conference Final. It's the Bruins and Penguins from the Igloo in Pittsburgh starting at 7:30. Stay tuned for Hogan's Heroes in progress. This has been a TV 38 sports presentation.
This is Nesson, your ticket to Boston Bruins hockey.